Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Jank Tank. I'm your host, Syvantir, and we're going to kick it off today with a couple of ladder games. We're going to see how a couple of our new Jank builds work. First one that we are going to take a look at is one that I just built today, actually. It's quite a fun little deck. It's called Machine Gun Burn. So, Machine Gun Burn, let's take a look inside and see what we've got. I'll bring up the list here now. It's a very simple, very straightforward deck. The whole idea is to use either Electrostatic Field or Gutter Snipe to win games. And the best way to do that is to just keep casting spells. Keep casting instants over and over and over again. Do 2 damage, deal 2 damage, deal 2 damage from Gutter Snipe, deal 1 damage from Electrostatic Field. And that's the best way that we have in this deck to win the game. It's great against the likes of Control, because if you resolve one of these, even if they counter the spells that you cast after that, the instants and sorceries, these triggers still happen. So it has a little bit of inherent protection against Control in that sense, but there are also a couple of other different ways to win the game. First up, we have Fire Urchin. It's like a bad Kiln Fiend, but it still works quite well. So it's a 1 and a red for a 1/3 with Trample. And whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, Fire Urchin gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Now, it's not quite the +2/+0 that Kiln Fiend gets. However, it might actually just be good enough here, particularly with Trample, because a lot of the time you're churning through your deck so quickly that most of the time it doesn't matter if this dies. If you cast 3 or 4 or 5 spells and then attack with this, along with everything else, you're bound to get in a lot of damage, a big chunk of damage. And then the final bit of reach, you can use stuff like Shock and Lightning Strike, the typical burn. The other things that we have, the only other creature that we have in the deck is Gitu Lava Runner. 1 red mana, 1/2. As long as there's 2 or more instant or sorcery cards in the graveyard, Gitu Lava Runner gets +1/+0 and haste. It's very straightforward. This deck runs, let me check, it runs a total of 23 non-creature spells, and only 3 of those are not instants. The 3 that are not instants is Flame of Keld. So at some point there is a chance that you may just run out of gas. It's not very regularly occurring in this deck because everything cantrips, and we'll get to the cantrips now in a moment. So this, if you run out of gas and you say top deck this just gets you back in the game. On chapter 3 of this, if you start casting instants, that like even just the cantrips, and a Gutter Snipe triggers, that's 4 damage per spell. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. And it's 3 damage for, it's a Lava Spike when you have Electrostatic Field out. The cantrips then, the only other things left in the deck, 4 Crash Through, so creatures you control gain trample until end of turn, draw a card, straightforward. Ryle deals 1 damage to target creature you control and it gains trample till end of turn. The 1 damage, not really relevant because none of our creatures have 1 toughness. And draw a card. And finally then there's Warlord's Fury, so creatures you control gain 1st strike till end of turn, draw a card. This one is particularly good for protecting your what's it called again, Fire Urchin. Sorry, my mistake. One thing left in the deck, that is Runaway Steamkin. We've got 3 of here. 1 in a red, 1/1. Whenever you cast a red spell, which we're going to cast a lot of, if Runaway Steamkin has fewer than 3 +1/+1 counters on it, put a +1/+1 counter on Runaway Steamkin. And if you remove 3 of those counters, you add 3 red mana. That is the part that we are looking to do the most. Sure, we can get in with Runaway Steamkin, and that will work. And it's a good beater in and of itself, and we can get it to full power very quickly. But because so much of this deck cantrips, what we can do is get this to full power, take all the counters off, and just keep going. Get another 3 cantrips going, put the 3 counters back on, take them off again, keep going. You could potentially, with the Runaway Steamkin and a Gutter Snipe out, you could potentially just kill them on the spot, which is great. It's only happened once or twice, and because it's janky, that's why it's here in the Jank Tank, but it's incredible when it happens. It's serious fireworks. They're just 18 mountains. I don't have a sideboard at the moment. If this works out well, which so far it has, I will work on a sideboard so that we can run it through a couple of competitive leagues. But what we're going to do at the moment is we're actually just going to take this and run it through just a couple of ladder games, just to get a feel for the deck. So let's open this up and take a look. Machine Gun Burn. Let's go. Also, if at any point, if you would like to play a game against me, all you have to do is just make sure you're followed. And if you're not followed, just click the little heart up there. And pop down in the chat that you want to 1v1 me. And we'll set up a direct challenge. No problem at all. So, let's see if our opponent is ready for Machine Gun Burn. This is okay. We've got the cards that we need to set up. And in case we don't draw into anything, we've got Flame of Kell to just ditch any potential lands. This is probably fine. This works very different to a normal burn deck or a normal aggro deck. It takes a couple of turns to set up. But once it's there, that's when the sparks fly. So I think we'll keep this. I also think we're not gonna cycle Warlord's Fury in the first turn either. We're just gonna say hello to our opponent. Pass turn. What are they on? Let's take a look. Pinchy McStingbutt. The little scorpion. What's he actually named it? It's Pinchy McStingbutt. It's kind of cute. We will go with Electrostatic Field. Pass it over. Well, I feel once you see this or Gutter Snipe out, you kind of know what your opponent's doing. You kind of know what they're on. Because there are some similar builds to this running around. I'm hoping this lasts this turn, because if it does, we're in for a ride next turn. Okay, good start. Let's get to Lava Runner out. I think we'll do a Warlord's Fury to make sure that we cycle into another instance so we can give our Lava Runners haste. Okay, not quite good enough, but that's okay. We'll just swing in with the Gutter Snipe, get that extra damage in. They seem to be playing mono red nothing as follow up. Okay, they're playing mono concede that deck. Well, proof right there. Machine Gun Burn is a great deck when your opponent plays stone nothing. Okay, let's give this another go. Let's give this a go. Jump right back in. This deck is so much fun. It's also like to make it in paper. It's like €5 or in dollars, like $8 maybe. You know, it's crazy. It's so good, so good. Yeah, it looks like we're on the Fire Ritual plan this time. Gotta get first strike. This works. Hello, opponent. Whiteless Boros, yeah. Oh, is this opponent on Whiteless Boros also? Oh, are they going to play something? No? I think they're probably looking at this and wondering, is this worth killing? And opponent seems to respect it enough to warrant a Lava Coil, which is not exactly what I would have used myself on it, but as you can see, if the opponent doesn't kill this next turn, we're gonna have a lot of damage coming in their end. We're gonna have 2 from this, and an extra 1 on here, so that'll be 4 already, and 5, 6 damage. And we draw 2 cards. I think that's okay. So these are sorcery speed, so I think we need to do these now. See if our opponent has anything for this. I feel they're gonna try and kill this now. The good thing about this deck as well is that if you run out of gas, you're likely to just cantrip into another spell that will get you ahead. Okay. I'm gonna Warlord's Fury. I feel they're gonna wait until I've cast a pile of spells and then just try and blow me out. If that's the case, that's the case. I mean, this is an all-in deck. You kind of just have to ask the question and hope they don't have an answer. I think here's where we'll just go and shock our opponents. I've got this weird feeling that they might have a seal away. And if they do, that's going to be terrible. I mean, I don't know of any Boros deck that does not play anything on the first 3 turns without wanting to be at least a little bit controlling. Like the... Okay. Okay. It seems very strange. Okay. Okay, fair. Yep, we got kind of blown out there. It's bad, but you know. I think what we can do here is we'll cycle this to see if we can get anything else. There we go. T2 Lava Runner. Nice little speedy boy. Yeah. This is nice. This is pretty good. See what the opponent has. I've got a feeling that they're on some sort of variation of the Boros Angels deck. Because they are... Oh no, don't target it. They are really looking to control this board. Okay, looks like we can't do anything right now. This deck can sort of come back. Like if we top deck a... No, that's a problem. Yeah. We'll probably have to give it another turn or two. But if there's nothing by then, I think it might actually just be game. There is the chance of getting a Flame of Keld, and if that happens, it's nuts. Because you just discard whatever bad cards are in your hand and just okay, we've got a field. I think it's time to start trying to get things going here now. Well, at the very least, we have ways of killing the opponent. They just happen to be the slowest way in the deck. So, I would have rathered any card other than Electrostatic Field, probably. Maybe. Oh! Who plays that? I mean, it worked. It worked, and it worked well, but citywide bust? What are they doing? Arresting all of the electric gates that people have installed? They're crazy. They're crazy. Oh, opponent, what are you doing? This feels like a very strange... Yeah, main deck bust, I know, right? Yeah, this looks like it's gonna be pretty quick. Unless we've 8 lands. If we chain a bag of cantrips together right now, we might actually pull this off. No! You know what though? I'm gonna hold that in hand because I don't want my opponent to know that I just top decked a land. Yeah, 38 cards left in deck. I mean, for red only deck, this burns through it very quickly. Pun intended. I mean, there's still potential to win here. There's still Storm count 1. Rip and Peps. What does that give again? +3, +0, Vigilance and Trample. So it's not even very good to... okay. What's our best bet? If we Lightning Strike face, that brings him down to 10, then down to 8, and then all we have to do is top deck 4 cantrips. I don't think that's good enough. I think we're gonna have to kill something, and I feel like that something is the Parhelion Patrol because it's just going to mentor stuff as well. So I think that's necessary. If they have any way of dealing with this, we're just dead. So. I know this moves this over onto the Minotaur, which is not great. Did you say Minotaur or Minotaur? I've heard it both ways, and I've heard people be very very sure about their way of saying it. Personally, it's I actually kind of say both. It just depends on what sounds right during that time. Undoing our good work. Undoing our good work. Well, I think we're dead, boys. I think we're really dead, boys.
Together,
yeah, we're so dead. I have to jump here. There is no one card that wins the game here. Post board. Minotaur. Yeah, no, we G. Good game, opponent. Rip and Peps. Yeah. It's this. I think post board. This would have like lava coils or fiery cannonades, maybe. That kind of thing. Maybe take out the for a slightly longer and more controlly game. I think as it stands at the moment, there's something else that I want to try as well, and that is it machine gun burn, because you would have access to the likes of Opt and Goblin Electromancer, so that you can have stuff like Charter Course at 1 mana and being able to throw through like that and fire through spells at lightning speed. Only thing with that is the inconsistency that could be presented with the mana. I think that this hand is okay. Yeah, this is fine. They're going first, so we got potential for an extra land or an extra cantrip or something. It never really feels great to have Flame of Keld in your opening hand. It feels like it's going to be a dead card for a while, but we'll keep it for now. We'll see how this goes. Oh, really? Really? Oh, this deck loves me tonight. Pinchy mixed in, but look at him go. Little purple trail. Every time I see that little Pinchy. Oh, we're against Merfolk. Oh. This might not be good. They can explode very quickly. That feels like a good card to start with. Yes. I think we'll start with that. I know that means that we can't rile it because well, actually, that's kind of convenient. If we cast rile, this trigger will go on the stack, which means that it will actually become a 2/2 because it'll have +1/+1 counter. Then it'll take the 1 damage, and then so there's that. Time to actually discard cards with Flame of Keld. To be honest, this hand isn't fantastic because I do want to get something like a Gutter Snipe out because we have too much of our reach here and our finish. So I think I want to keep it for another turn or two. Maybe. I feel Gutter Snipe is the right call to make here. So make this a 2/2. The next one will do a 3/3. Yeah, we might actually be. Keep this hand for another turn, maybe. Against Merfolk, one of the best ones to have in the deck. I know it said it was one of the slowest ways to kill people, but one of the best cards to have in the deck is the Electrostatic Field. Because, sure, pat me down, that's fine. Because of the 4 toughness, it's so hard for them to get past that. Like here, this feels pretty bad. There are a number of different lines that we can take here. We can just Flame a Keld and see what we get. But I think it might be a good idea to rile and then shock. We need to get the Steamkin up nice and big. We'll put 1 damage here. Okay, a land is good. That allows us to then I think the call here to help set up blockers is Fire Urchin, and then what do we do here? I think, do I want to attack with the Steamkin? What are the chances they're just going to tap it down? You know, if they want to try 2 dudes with 1 dude, I'm okay with that. I actually think I'm okay with that. Similarly, if they want to just take 4 damage, I'm okay with that too. Now this is interesting because pay 3, get that done. That's quite nice. I think we're gonna end, and if they have a Lord, we're gonna be in a lot of trouble. If they have Kumena, we may have a problem as well. Disperse. Is that? I think that's okay. And if they attack now, oh boy. Okay, sure, they're gonna attack and we're gonna try and blow them out here. I am going to, if they have the likes of Disperse and stuff, they can bounce stuff back to their hand, so I'd rather kill a Water Trap Weaver. But I think the key here is to block one of these and shock the Mistbinder. That'll grow our Fire Urchin so that we can kill the Water Trap Weaver. They take 4 damage and they lose their Lord, and then they lose a dude. Sure, they get in for a bunch of damage, but are they just dead? I think they're just... Hold on. Yeah, they're dead. Let me just shock their face. Oh! Get wrecked, opponent. Nice! This deck is so much fun. It is so much fun. It just turns on a dime. Like, it's so good at that. It's so good. Would you believe it took me a whole like 5 minutes to build this deck? I literally just went into MTG or into Arena deck building, and I just clicked on red, and then did in the search term was just draw a card, and I went, yep, 4 of these, 4 of these, 4 of these, and I went Gutter Snipe, Electrostatic Field, what else? Fire Urchin, yeah, that seems good. Runaway Steamkin seems okay. Let's put that in, sure, why not? Then just burn, and that was it. And then I had a couple of slots left over. I was like, I could put in like Wizards, Lightning and stuff, because we could have put in like Vishnu Pyromancer and stuff, but they're just one-off burns, and that's not good enough in Machine Gun Burn. So I decided to throw in the Flame of Kel, because sometimes you do just end up drawing land, and then if you find something along the lines of Flame of Kel, like that's just insane, absolutely insane. I think we're going to run that back. That felt powerful. That felt good. Look at us taking on slightly upgraded welcome decks and winning. Yeah, I think there is an argument to be said for a Grixis build of this as well, using stuff like what's it called, Sovereign's Bite, and that kind of thing. This seems good. This seems like we wait to just drop a Electrostatic Field, drop a Gutter Snipe if we want to get really kind of really greedy, which with this deck you're best off trying to be greedy. If you're not, then you might be doing it wrong. Yeah. Hello, opponent. How are you today? Ah, they're in good spirits, it seems. Which guild am I most excited for? Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know. Hang on, let me think. I fluctuate generally between more Merfolk. Yeah, this is more difficult Merfolk, to be sure. Much more difficult Merfolk. They're just going to bury us in card advantage here. The good thing though is because we're on the play, if we get a land here, our Gutter Snipe wouldn't be countered, but that doesn't matter now, so whatever. We've also got no way of killing it there now. Let me think. I think we run away Steamkin. I know it's not getting damage in, but I think we need to get more mana production going. What guild am I most excited for? I'm a control player at heart. Don't let that turn you off the stream, because that's I don't play control at the moment anyway. I kind of got burnt out with control. I feel what's important here is to bait out a counter spell on this, because if we can do that, if they counter this, which I hope they do, because the chances of them now having a spell piercer or dive down, it's not very high. So I think it's probably worth trying to shock them. Let me see. Oh, nice, we did it. And now we're smacking for 3. Orzhov, yeah. You see, I sort of fluctuate in terms of the shards and stuff. I fluctuate between. That's a good card against us. I fluctuate between Esper and Grixis, and I think Grixis is my preferred. So Orzhov and Rakdos in particular stand out to me as things that I really like. I'd really like to play with. Orzhov, I'm excited to see if Orzhov makes vampires a viable tribe. Because if they're a viable tribe, that's going to be sweet. That's going to be really cool. It's going to be like life gain, it's going to be lords, it's going to be exile effects, it's going to be sweepers in there. Like, imagine running like a proper vampires deck that's actually properly viable and has oh, do we get to go off here in a minute? Yeah, oh, Orzhov would be great. He's so good. Azorius, I'm looking forward to as well. However, I am also worried that it's going to make blue-white control too damn good. Because if that's what happens, I don't want that. Full-on vamps would be great. Actually competitively viable vampires. Nice. Deck, if you could just stop giving me lands, that would be great. Supreme Verdict reprint, I don't think they're gonna do that. I don't believe they will. I could be entirely wrong, but a 4 mana can't be countered, destroy literally everything. It just feels too good. Too good for standard. As a whole, it's a great sweeper, and something like that should probably be in every. Standard anyway. But I don't know. This is just going off. Oh baby! I don't even think we have to attack here. I think it just wrecks face. Oh! In before you're dead. Nothing you can do. Yes! Nice. This is sweet. This deck is so good. Taking out mono blue tempo? Yeah. Awesome. Combo breaker. I don't know, you see, this is the thing as well with the likes of Pauper, right? If you look at Pauper, I was only saying this to Dave earlier on there, that the way the Pauper works and why it's so balanced and fair and so many different decks are available is because the answers are better than the questions. So you see stuff like Ulamog's Crusher. Yeah, sure, it's good. You see stuff like Gurmag Angler. Yeah, 1 mana 5/5 can be great. However, you've got stuff like Journey to Nowhere. You've got stuff like Lightning Bolt. You've got stuff like Doomblade. These things are just insane. Like, they're so powerful. Those are some of the best removal spells ever printed. And they're just in Pauper. You know, so like when and this is what I'm kind of hoping with this Ultimate Master spoilers, that I really hope that the continued downshifts to common, I really hope that some of them result in better finishers. If there are better finishers for Pauper, I think that will make the format better. I already looking at foil and I'm like, oh god. Can you imagine if someone is like completely tapped out, okay? Completely tapped out, and then you're against like a Delver deck and you try and cast something and they go, in response, return 2 islands to my hand, gush. And then they go and draw 2 cards, and then they go, with your spell still on the stack, cast foil by discarding this island that I just picked up and some other random card, either the other island I picked up or one of the 2 cards I just drew, to counter your spell for free. Oh, they need to just cut the power of that deck. They're just making so many ridiculous blue cards available in that deck. I didn't until this time think that Gush was too strong in that format. However, with foil, I really feel that needs to be relooked. Like, Git Probe is fine in this format. Git Probe is fine in this format because you don't have stuff like Cabal Therapy. So you don't get to like look at your opponent's hand, draw another card, and then also I'm going to choose exactly the card that's in your hand, and then you're just going to discard it, and now you can't play the game because I just took whatever you need to play. That doesn't exist in Pauper. It's mostly for non-control decks or like non-blue decks. A two life way to check to make sure that the coast is clear for say trying to go off on a combo, or which by the way, combo is already at a hard enough spot within Pauper because of the likes of Counterspell. But when it comes to other stuff like when I was playing Turbo Reanimator in Pauper, which by the way is one of the best decks ever, I started to run Git Probe in it to make sure that I wasn't just going to get Counterspell, because that deck folded to Counterspell. If they just went, I don't feel like you should do anything today, so nope, you know, and that one thing, and then the game's just over. You know, they just drop a Delver and keep beating face, and then what do you do? You know. Excited for new Pauper playables for Ultimate Masters. Yeah, Dimir Guildmage I think is really, really cool, and I think that is a really cool thing. Now, granted, yeah, you're right. It is reason to hate blue mages, sure, but I actually think it's okay. I mean, first of all, hello opponent. Get your lever runner. They're gonna think we're on mono red aggro, and how wrong they're gonna be. I mean, I'm technically part blue mage as well, but what I see is, do I just make this? I'll do one crush through, see what I get. I think I'm just gonna wait until next turn. I know that seems a bit weird, but I wanted to just check if it's coming up. Because I think Electrostatic Field next turn is probably the way to go, and if I get a land, it's probably Gutter Snipe. Deep Reacher. I mean, Counterspell is good, and it is like a safety valve in the format to stop any dumb stuff happening. However, it's really powerful. It's really, really powerful, and they need to. See, I don't think the problem lies in Counterspell. The problem does, in fact, lie in Gush. And I know I am slightly biased on this because I am not a big fan of the Inside Out combo deck. Because, oh god, I hate that thing. I hate that thing so much. So I think, what are they doing? Are they stopping my upkeep? Okay. Sure. Yeah, the problem is with Gush, because Gush is just, it just makes it too powerful. Like, I would sooner have Force of Will in Pauper than would have Gush at this rate. At this rate, it's just crazy. Did they feel they were gonna do anything there? I feel that was a bit weird. How strong Gush is? Yeah, it's banned in every single format apart from they want to try Deeper Champion, I'll play with that. It's banned in every single format, apart from it's restricted in Vintage, so you can have one in any one deck in Vintage. Why is it able to be a 4 of in Pauper? 4 of! Full playset. That's insane. It's crazy. And you're right, it is super strong. It's super, super strong. I need to find a shock like hella fast. I'm drawing the wrong half of my deck here. I think I need to electrostatic field for protection. If they cast another Lord, I'm in deep doo-doo. I think I can attack. I think I need to keep the pressure on myself. But yeah, Gush is so powerful. It's so insanely powerful. I mean, like, I know I'm saying this now coming from someone that has a blue-black Delver deck that runs like 4 days and 4 Gush and like 3 Snuff Out and all these other free spells that make it super powerful. It feels like I'm playing Legacy. Honestly, feels like I'm playing Legacy for like $100. This is not something I wanted to see. This is not something I wanted to see at all. Okay, what do we do? What do we do? We're in trouble. We did not draw enough cantrips. I think it is probably wise to... I think I'm going to throw this under the bus. Actually, no, not that one, because that can potentially get... This one could potentially get bigger. So... Yeah, that seems okay. I know there's potential for us to be like just super hella dead next turn, but we'll see what we get. Okay, if I get this out, there is one line. There was one line on this. If I play a Gutter Snipe and then I play a Warlord's Fury and draw into one more cantrip, they're dead. And I think that's the play I have to make. Non-common card I'm most excited for in UMA. I'll approach that in a second. Let me just see what we do here. Oh wait, we just win here. We just attack. We just attack. Oh no, wait. Oh no, that's not enough. Ah, ripping pips. Ripping peps. I think we can't attack. I think we can't attack. Because I forgot this Gutter Snipe came out this turn. Sad boys. I think we can just barely survive and then hope to draw into something if we just don't attack. If there's something like sleep, we're just dead. Non-common card. I am quite excited about the reprint of Chainer's Edict, which is quite nice. I'm gonna block here because I don't want that to die if possible. I don't care about this dying. And then one Gutter Snipe has to get under the bus. This is gonna require a hell of a top deck. One hell of a top deck. Ah! Oh, I'm just gonna do the proper rub-ins here. This is proper rub-ins. Oh. Nice. Very nice. Eat my lightning. I didn't even get to hit them with the lightning strike. Game! Oh, sweet. So sweet. Oh, this deck. I'm sleeving this up. I'm bringing this F&M. This is oh, and I got a pack. Nice. Fish Conquistador. That is going to go into my mono black aggro deck that I'm working on, which is going to come up soon. And I got a pack. Do we open the pack? I think we should open the pack. I think we should do that. To anybody that's arrived recently, by the way, welcome. I've already got a Blood Operative. Welcome to the stream. If you're new here, my name's Syvantir. Thanks for coming along and checking it out. We are doing a little bit of janky brews on this channel. So it is called the Jank Tank. We come along, we play some dumb decks. If you have any ideas for decks, I will happily take them on board. You just hit the follow, send me a message in chat, and just say I want you to build this deck. If there's a card you want me to build around in particular, if there's a weird idea that you want to do, like you want to try and make me find a prison deck or something like that. By the way, please don't get me to do that, please. It's so difficult given the card pool. If you want to do that, by all means, just send us a quick message on the chat there, and over the next couple of days, I'll see what I can do about getting it built. This pack is fine. I am really enjoying this deck quite a lot. I think I'm going to play one more on Machine Gun Burn. This is probably one of the most fun decks that I've made in a long time. A long time. It is so enjoyable. Koga, our opponent, Koga. What you got, Koga? This hand looks like mono red aggro. Yeah, sure, we'll keep it. We don't have any of our machine gunners just yet, but we'll get into it soon enough. Nice one, Merlin. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Come on, opponent. What are we gonna do? First of all, hello. To anybody who's just popped along, welcome to the stream. We're doing some Machine Gun Burn in Standard. It is janky. It's definitely janky. The idea of the deck is to essentially throw out a gutter snipe, electrostatic field, even other little payoffs like the fire urchins, and just cantrip our way to Wrecking Face. So, is our opponent on actual mono red? Because if so, this would be a good test for our deck. It's not exactly what I wanted to see, but I'm gonna get a trigger on this so it doesn't take the 1 damage. Well, it doesn't die to the 1 damage. Draw a card. I think I am okay with just going to combat. Swinging for this. If they take this out, yeah, 3 less damage is not going to my face. Sure, I'll play another one. What are you gonna do? They're eager to play something here, that's for sure. Gutter snipe? Are you? Nice! Nice one, opponent. Cool. I also have a gutter snipe. I am absolutely going to combat and going to hit you in the face. Are you going to block? I'm okay with you blocking. I'm actually going to hit the gutter snipe because I don't want them to try and race me. So, let's see how this goes. I mean, they're down to 15 with no board, and I've got a 3-3 and a 2-2. If they want to take one of these out, yeah, that's also G, my friend. I'm gonna Warlord's Fury, see if I can get a land, and I can play a land. Yes, nice. So here's where we go. Now I'm just gonna lightning strike the face. Here's where this, hopefully, starts getting. No! No! I wanted to play that! Oh, oh. Sure. Yeah. Well, I guess I'm a turn behind, which kind of sucks, but it also kind of doesn't really matter. I think I'm just really far ahead at this point. Because, I mean, they're on 2. And if they see the... I mean, if I saw this now, I would be like, skip them up. Because one of the next 4 cards that I'm getting this turn, sorry, 3 cards that I'm getting this turn, if it's a burn spell, or if it's a spell, yeah, I'll take 4, buddy. I'm okay with that. GG, opponent. I felt like they didn't do a whole lot. Nah. We're clearly just the better gunners here, guys. I'm really tempted to build a sideboard and try and run this through a competitive event. If anyone would like to see me go through a competitive event with this, I would be fine with doing that. I would just have to put a sideboard together. I could do it now after this game if anyone wanted to. Yeah, this seems like we're on the attacking plan this turn, or this game instead. So yeah, let's keep it. Hello, opponent. Lord Ralsei. Let's see what they're gonna do now. They're on Izzet. What kind of Izzet deck though? If they shock this, I feel it's gonna be. I feel it's probably gonna be a more controlling deck. Okay. Is it Drakes maybe? Some Drakeless do run a Storm Tamer. I think I'm just gonna get this out while I have the chance. Yeah. See how this goes. What are we doing, opponent? You killing that too? He bounced into my hand? Alright. If they want to top out to put me back by a turn, I mean, I suppose that's how tempo works, but it also means that I just start casting more things. Like if they're spending time slowing down my board, they're just spending their mana not committing to their own board, so I'm okay with that. Look at the little spore guy over here. He's super cool. You probably can't see it actually behind my little window here. But they're getting in the 1-1 beats pretty hard here. I think we're gonna have to teach them a little lesson on. Do we have any? No, we've no instance of sorceries in the graveyard. So I think I'm just gonna attack in first. I think it's probably a wise idea. Now this might seem a bit mad, but it might be a wise idea to take care of this soon. Maybe not now, but I think I'll just hit face. I mean, electrostatic field just turns a lightning strike into basically a lava axe. Like, it's so good, so good. Okay, is it Curious Obsession? Is it a Curious Obsession deck? It is it. Are they going to try and bounce this too, or kill it somehow? Because they just keep hovering over it. You can see it by the white outline. When, like, if I go like this, my opponent can see their land has got a little white box around it. Keep hovering over this. Ah, they were thinking, should I hold this in order to do the fire on it there? Do the shiv and fire on it. Kick it. That seems like an expensive way to take care of this guy. I want to see if I can kind of whip into a spell here. Well, look, I'm committing to the board. I know I'm not killing that right now, but this will get a problem fast. Will become a problem very fast. So we'll see. We'll see. At the moment, I've got a better clock, but they definitely have the card advantage. Oh. Yeah, you could draw a card. Sure. I'm not liking this. I'm not liking this. That's not exactly what I wanted to see. Just get in. If they want to block something, that's fine by me. They're taking a beating. I'm expecting this to get bounced soon, to be honest. I don't see any reason why they would not do that soon. Yeah. Got the bounce. You got it. Anybody that's joined at the moment, welcome to the stream, by the way. If you're new here, my name's Syvantir. We are in the Jank tank at the moment. So we're playing janky decks. And the one that we're playing at the moment is Machine Gun Burn. So the idea is to get out electrostatic fields, gutter snipes, and then just playing all of the red cantrips, all of the red burn, and seeing where we go from there. If you have any suggestions for decks, by all means, post it down in the chat. And anyone that's following me, any suggestions that they give in, I will take on board. And if I can brew a deck around it, I will. So I think my opponent is in a bit of a tight spot here at the moment. I found that I don't know what they could have that could take care of this and not have them dead to some what? What just happened? Did they do the old switcheroo on their own creature? Are they just dead? I think they're just dead. Yeah, they're just dead. Rippin' peps. I'll take it. GG opponent. That was a bit strange. It was a bit of a weird one. Okay. What did we get? Ooh, settle the score. That feels like a really easy way to ultimate a Planeswalker, but what Planeswalker you'd want to ultimate very quickly while running 2 and a black sorcery? Beats me. Okay, so yeah, I think I'm gonna run back another game. If anybody in the chat wants me to do anything in particular, if you want me to play 1v1 against you, all you have to do is just click follow and then pop down in the chat, fight me IRL, and we'll set up a direct challenge. For the meantime, we're just going to play through a couple of games of Machine Gun Burn. But if you really feel like you want to play a game, I'm game too. X-Laws. Some people on here have some really cool names. Really cool names. Okay. Let's see if they got really cool decks though. What have you got? Well, I've got a handful of payoffs. So I can only draw gas from this point, guys. Let's do it. Llanowar Elves. Yep. Let's do it. Oh, come on, really? Alright. The little lava boys out. Depending on what my opponent plays, or in this case doesn't play, I think I'd rather run with Runaway Steamkin first to get more mana, get a bigger beater quicker. I'd rather them see Runaway Steamkin and think that we're on mono red aggro, and then see them try to kill the Steamkin. Because if they want to kill that off, that's fine. I would rather them not use stuff like a lava coil on my electrostatic field. So I feel like that was a really weird play by my opponent there. If that was me, I would have shocked the Steamkin, because this is just going to get huge. Huge. Oh, okay. Llanowar Elves, the sole survivor. Is this a Dinos deck then? Dinos? Some shocks and stuff to keep things. But you know what? If they want to spend all the removal on that and not on my gutter snipe, I'm okay with this. I'm more than okay with this. A couple of people popped into the stream there now. Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. This is the Jank Tank. We're just gonna jam out a few games. Currently on Machine Gun Burn. Play out some gutter snipes and some electrostatic fields and burn face. So with that said, burn face. I'm going to do damage to this. The reason I'm choosing this instead of the electrostatic field is my opponent could have a lightning strike which could kill this. And they would have killed this already if they had something like that. So I'm okay with the crash through here. Well, this is terrible. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. I seem to be drawing. Yes, it is a Dinos deck. Yeah, Seems to be drawing a lot of the lands in this deck. I think it's 18 lands. So we shouldn't be drawing lands this many anyway. But let's see. This is going to be good for closing out the game very quickly. Can't attack, but that's okay. A lot of the time this deck doesn't actually want to attack at all, so it's probably fine. It is probably fine. I'm expecting something big and scary from my opponent right now. Llanowar Elves, the thing that rabidly bit my what was it? My Runaway Steamkin. Opponent used a Rabid Bite on a Runaway Steamkin using a Llanowar Elves. It feels like it's a weird play. Unfortunately, Mr. Lava Runner, you are not what I was looking for. I mean, if I attack here, they're just gonna kill one of the gutter snipes, and I need them to close out the game. For example, if I draw a cantrip here, of which I still have, there's 16 cantrips in the deck. I still have 13 to go, and a Lava Runner again is not one of them. No attackers. Just hold them back. If I cantrip, I win, basically. Yeah, that's a good card. I actually have that in my mono. No, not mono. It's Azorius Tempo, blue-white Tempo. If they were smart, they would probably get in with the Raptor Hatchling, but I suppose the electrostatic field would just bump off it. Oh, this is terrible. Why you like this deck? Okay. Itali. Okay, Primal Storm, sure. They're not gonna get things that are particularly good on their own off the top of my own deck. Warlord's Fury, step 1 in the game-winning play. Let's hit it out. Trigger. 5 damage. They're annoyingly at 6 life. So now any one red instant or sorcery spell in my deck will win me the game. I'm okay with that. Let's see what we do now. Come on. I know I'm about to take an absolute beating here, but it's probably fine. It's weird that Itali, the Primal Storm, does not have Trample. I'm actually okay with them having exiled Fire Urchin because I did not want to see that. Yeah, go right ahead and cast it. You got it, friend. I think I'm okay with not blocking. I take 8 and I go 9. I just have to top deck an instant or sorcery. Yes, probably fine. Ah! Okay, sure. Fire Urchin. At least I got some more chump blockers next turn. Thank you, Sunwing. Yeah, no attackers. Come on. There's like 20 instants in this deck. Like, I just need one. I just need one. If my opponent was smart here, they would probably attack with those. What did I cast? Oh, right. Oh, no! No! The one card I did not want them to get. I didn't even think of this. Oh, yeah. That means not really chump blocking. It's more definitely making sure that I don't die. Take a 2 off here. I'm going to 7 for sure. We're going to 7 for sure. I think if I drop this here, I'm going to down 3. I think I have to put this under. I have to keep these alive because one spell and I win with those. Whereas if I let more damage through, if I went down to 3, I was dead to a lightning strike, which I know they have. So why didn't they play? Why didn't they? Oh no! Now I have to draw a lightning strike or a shock to win. I've severely limited the number of RIP opponent, as in RIP me. Yep. Nope. That is game. Actually, no. I won't concede. I'll let them kill me. I'll tell them good game though. Sarkin's Unsealing Dino deck. I was not expecting this. Yep. Come on. Hit me with your best shot. I'll let you even clear my board off. Yep. What did they exile? Oh, come on! No! I really needed to make sure that I drew that and not them. Carnage tired. Okay, just hit me in the face. Once. Oh, the pain. Oh, that was hard. That was pretty heavy. To be fair though, I'm pretty happy with how my little dudes fared against a big bag of dinos. I'll throw another one in here. So after this game, I might. Yeah, Hellcat MTG. Yikes is exactly the way I would put that. Yeah, you win some, you lose some. If you've been watching for a little while, we've been live for just over an hour. If you've been watching, we have. I don't think I can keep a one-lander, especially on the play. Deck, what are you doing to me? It does cantrip a lot, but no. Yeah, so we've been live for just over an hour. We've been playing this deck through a couple of ladder games. It has a surprising turnaround ability. Like it can be sitting there looking like it's on the back foot, and then just out of nowhere you're dead. It's very, very powerful. Well, I mean that's a plan at least. So sure, yeah, I'll take another one. Hello, opponent. Yeah, that last game was pretty rough. That was pretty rough indeed. That is not something I want to see. Turn 1 Healer's Hawk. Scoop. No. Okay, Electrostatic Field. Do your thing. And your thing now is mitigate the life gain from Healer's Hawk. Maybe Tara. Hey yo, welcome to the stream. Thanks for coming along. Yeah, see, I was thinking that Hellcat MTG, and maybe it was a mistake to maul that, but I mean, at the very least, we're committing to the board here, so I think I want to get to Lava Runner now, because at the very least, if I don't draw another spell next turn, then at least this can attack for 1, because I feel like they're probably going to attack with everything anyway. This feels like a race we're not going to win. Steamkin is a good start though. Steamkin is a good start. Yeah, trigger. Yeah. Get all the damage in while we can. Opponent's turn. What are you doing? Twitch died? Super died? Oh my god. Heyo. Yeah, we're not winning this. We are not winning this. Welcome, maybe Tara. You might have seen her on social media there, but we've been live for just over an hour. We're playing This hurts. Oh, come on. Yeah. I'll let them kill me. Yeah, we're playing Machine Gun Burn. It's basically play out electrostatic fields, play out gutter snipes, and trip away and win the game. Yeah, Luminous Bonds is available in Constructed, yeah. It doesn't mean you normally would play it in Constructed, but I mean, here, look, we could cantrip into cantrip into cantrip into cantrip into cantrip and maybe do something. I'm lying here. We're definitely going to lose here. That's probably a turn too late, but sure, look. Good game, opponent. Yeah, Hellcat MTG. Luminous Bonds in Constructed feels really weird. Did you have to rub it in, opponent? Did you have to rub? Sure. Yeah. Okay. This hoses my plans so hard. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah. Got it, opponent. So, lesson learned from this game. We are particularly weak. This deck is particularly weak to flyers. Still have all these. We are particularly weak to flyers. Most importantly, Healer's Hawk. I love that card, but God, I do not want to see it here. If anybody in the chat wants to 1v1 me, just click follow and pop down in the chat to play a direct challenge, and I'll be more than happy to fight you. Let's take a look. Also, Hellcat MTG, sorry, my my Streamlabs, my OBS, my broadcasting software here was very slow to update there, but I noticed the follow there, so thank you very much for the follow and thank you for the support. It means a lot. This is a keep and a half. Turn 2 electrostatic field, turn 3 silliness. Yes, please. Absolutely. Hello, opponent. We're playing against Fraileys. Legit, full-on, actual Fraileys. Eye patch and everything. Yeah. Yep, you got it. White? Fraileys deck? Okay. My turn. Alright. That actually sets us up beautifully for next turn. Now, what would we love to see on the top of our deck? Probably, I think I have to kill this because I don't want it making lifelink tokens. So I think the play here is Fire Urchin into Shock. Yeah, Techno Wizardry, I know, right? Take that, Amara. I know I don't really get much value off of it, but I really needed to make sure that that did not live. Because lifelink, as you can guess, is the worst thing this deck can see. Like I said, lifelink's the worst thing that this deck can see. Thanks for the life, I guess. I think I want to just rile here. Maybe hopefully get a land. No, that's okay too. But I think I want to lightning strike this to guarantee my Fire Urchin survives another turn, because next turn I can Fire Urchin crash through, which would be pretty good. I really want to try and spend as much mana as I can every turn in order to get the most out of electrostatic field. So I think I want to just lightning strike the Peacemaker now. Get another damage to the face. Get them down to 18. And it doesn't sound that great, but let's see what we got. See what we got going on. Sure. What a generous tray. Look at the little lizard. Little lizard it's given us. How nice. Yeah, I guess. And I suppose we'll crash through. If we get a land, that'd be fantastic. Nah, just more crash throughs. I'm okay with that. You know, if they don't land anything big this turn, we will be well set up to do a lot of damage next turn. So it's all dependent on what they play this turn. If they play some sort of silly life-gaining thing, you know what? I'm okay with that. If they play, yeah, this feels fine. Crash through these top decks. That's it. Ho ho! We got it. We got it. I'm also going to make sure that that Beast Whisperer dies, because it's probably a good idea. Look, we've got 2 lands. Yeah, because Beast Whisperer can potentially get out of control. So, look at these triggers. Alright, yep. 8 to the face. 8 to the face. Nice. The fact that we have Flame of Keld now is just nonsense. I feel like since Experimental Frenzy came out, there's been no love for Flame of Keld. And in the right deck, i.e. at the moment, specifically this deck, there's room for it. Now, I know this comes in a welcome deck, but good God, have you seen this thing? Have you seen this? Oh. Well, I guess I play this, and then I play this, and then I wait 1 turn. If I wait 1 turn, then next turn we've a couple of turns to find something anyway. But next turn we are going to find 3. We're going to have 3 cards. Those 3 cards, it's likely that, you know, I'm okay with that too. I'm kind of on the not attacking plan now, I think. I just want to find some face burn. Ideally a lightning strike. But we could do with crash through into a shock, or yeah, there's no blockers for this big boy. Oh, I love the way that the more damage that you do, the more you get. Well, that settles that. We do maximum rub-ins? I think we do maximum rub-ins. I'll shock my own guy here, yeah. Ripping peps. Shock my own guy. Maximum rub-in. Yeah. I kind of feel bad for that one, but you know, it's fine. So far this deck has had an insane win rate. It has gone, I've played I'd say 8 games with it so far, and it's lost twice. So yeah. The BM is real indeed. One thing I want to point out about Arena, and it's one thing that I love, because I'm an audio engineer as well, right? But one thing that I really enjoy is in Arena, the sound effects are so well done. Like, particularly if you're wearing big headphones like this, like if you're playing on a laptop and you're just playing it through the speakers or something, you're not really going to notice this. But if you do something like a Vraska's Contempt and you have these headphones on, you have it on the proper, like, good sound, it, like, the sound of, like, the eyes glaring and the stone just forming and then crumbling, fantastic. Whenever you play something like Star of Extinction, it's just bonkers. It's just and the whole thing just, it's insane. It just tears your head apart. But even down to little things like clicking on the little reward coins, if you listen closely, they're all different sounds. That had to be programmed in there. So it's really slick. It's really sweet. I very much like it. I think I'm just gonna play another one. This deck is just too fun. We're probably gonna be playing this deck for about another maybe 2 or 3 games, and then once this is done, we're going to probably give, after these couple of games, we're probably going to give Jeskai artifacts a go. It was actually a list that was on MTG Goldfish, and I saw it, and I was like, you're running 4 Traxos Scourge of Krug. I'm playing this deck. Yeah, maybe Tara. I've been very impressed with Arena. I mean, I know it's still in beta, but like, you couldn't tell. Like, if someone was to tell you, here's the final game, I'd be like, sweet. Yep. This is good. This is a very good game. This is a keep. It's a little bit more on the mono red aggro plan as opposed to the machine gun burn plan, but it's fine. Traxos, I know, yeah. I will show you the deck now. We against actual mono red aggro? Okay. Well, let's get out Steamkin. If they want to kill it, that's fine. Sorry, I have the itchiest nose today. Okay. Yeah, it runs. What does it run? Obvious payoffs are Karn and Tezzeret. I feel like this is just a good hose against what they want to do right now, so... Discount Goblin Guide. It's insane. I'm using it in Pauper Burn as well because it's just great. It's just really good. I think I just want to attack in here. If I get a land next turn, I'm going to set up Gutter Snipe and then I'm just going to use the burn to wipe their board. I feel like they have a lightning strike, so I'm actually okay with taking 2, potentially 5 this turn. If they want to lightning strike my face. I think they're going to wait until I feel that would have been better before combat. That suggests to me that they definitely have a lightning strike now. Right, that's not exactly what I wanted to see. So I think the best thing to do here... this is not ideal. I think the thing that we need to do here is cast a... Ryle? No, hold on. Get you Lava Runner. Then cast... I love Steamkin for this kind of stuff. Cast Ryle on the Lava Runner. One of these days I'll find another land. And then I'm going to get a Gutter Snipe off the Steamkin. It's good. It's Steamkin's such good insurance against Screw, which is a really unusual thing to get. Normally... okay. All that means is that they're just reducing the number of times that they burn my face. So I feel they're okay with this trade, so I don't want to make it. I would rather keep the Steamkin around. I think it's worth more than the 2 damage it can get in now. Just to be sure. Are they just doing the same thing that we're doing? A slightly different build. Hey, no attacks is good. I'm okay with that. Yeah, I think you're completely right there, Tara. Yeah, they would make that trade. I think I'm just gonna do the same trick again. I think I'm just gonna maybe crash through this time. Trigger. Hey, look, every turn that OP is not opponent here is not attacking, I'm totally fine with this. I think the thing that this is good. What we can do is we can cast Fire Urchin now as an additional blocker. Then what we can do is we can... I'm going to save the Ryle, I think, but I think we're going to... Oh, what do I want to do here? Do I want to... See, I really want to kill that Steamkin. I really want to kill that Steamkin, because that's going to become a problem. Because I'm using mine as a mana producer, so they're just using theirs as a big dumb dude. am I okay with 2 for 1ing for it? I mean, they still get some face damage. I think it's actually more important to kill the gutter snipe now. Thinking of it realistically now, I feel I've actually just punted. I should probably have gone to combat and attacked in. But I think actually I'm just going to rile here. Rile this guy. Draw into another card. Hope it's another cantrip. It's not, but it helps me set up for next turn, so. No attackers though, it's the only thing. Well, in a standoff I'm going to win this race, so I'm okay with this. Fire Urchin turns off Pyromancer. Fire. Ooh. Well, hey, I'm okay with him using Banefire on that dude instead of my face. Next turn's actually okay. I can play a Gutter Snipe. I'm gonna play a Gutter Snipe. I know what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna go to combat. And I'm actually going to attack with Gitu Lava Runner and Steamkin. Depending on what way they want to trade this. If they block Steamkin on Steamkin, I am going to... what is this targeting? Lava Runner? Yeah, okay. I'll just strike it. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. The fact that I have Flame of Keld in my hand now and opponent does not have anything is quite good. I'm quite happy with this. If they want to trade off their whole board, that... Well, that just worked out beautifully. Sure thing, opponent. You can have a Gutter Snipe. I'm going to have way more cards than you. I'm also fine with not attacking. If they want to trade off Gutter Snipes, that just means that it's gonna take me longer to kill them. So I'm okay with waiting. That's an insane hand. Yes, please. I think first things first, I want to shock that Gutter Snipe. This deck is crazy. Yeah. Yeah. They knew they were out of here. They were done. Because chapter 3 on Flame of Keld just equals in this deck just equals so you're dead. Which is sweet. Hey, I got a card. Chupacabra. I'm okay with that. This deck feels good. Yeah, so anyone in the chat at the moment, if you want to 1v1 me, just pop down in the chat that you want to have a game, and I'm more than happy to play against you. We will do some direct challenge if you wish. This machine gun burn feels great. I don't know if you guys were around when I said it earlier on, but this deck was probably the easiest one that I put together. I literally just typed in, you know, I looked for, I was like, I want to build around Gutter Snipe and Electrostatic Field. 4 of each, and then add in some cantrips. So I just went to Arena, clicked on the red mana symbol, typed in the search, draw a card, and then stuff like Ryle and Crash Through and Warlord's Fury popped up. And then I just filled out the rest with just some burn and some just generally good creatures like Lava Runners, and then just Flame of Keld for value. Deck's nuts. Deck is nuts. This is a keep, yeah. If I turn 2 Electrostatic Field, turn 3 Gutter Snipe, turn 4 Electrostatic Field and 2 spells, that is gonna hurt them hard. It'll feel very, very good. Thoughtbound Phantasm. Are we on a Surveil deck? Okay. Let's see what we got. There is a scary sort of combo, I guess, with Turbo Surveil, the deck that I do play from time to time, and that is where you Mountain, Gutter Snipe. That is where you put out stuff like Compound Phantasm and the little bug guy, Dimmer Spybug. And discard a card. I don't like that. I don't like that. I guess I think I'm okay with dropping an electrostatic field. But then again, I can't really attack with gutter snipes, but they do more damage. I think I'll drop the field. If anyone is quick in chat, you can help influence my decision here, but I know that there is a little bit of delay in chat, so I might have to just forego whatever advice shows up and just go with the field. Yep. Not to worry. Yeah. Make this dude bigger. This is going to become a problem very quickly. But yeah, sorry. The combo. The combo is you put out Top End Phantasm. You put out. I actually think it's wise to kill this now, while I can't make it bigger. The combo. You know what? I'm gonna crash through first, just to make sure that. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'm definitely killing it. Because yeah, the combo is you have stuff like Top End Phantasm, Dimir Spybug, and then you put out Doom Whisper, and then pay a buttload of life, and then just attack for lethal immediately, while our opponent's like tapped out or something. Whenever you like, I played it. I think it was on the first stream I played it, but I played out turn 1 Top End Phantasm, turn 2 Dimir Spybug, turn 3 Top End Phantasm and some Surveil spell, and opponent killed off like one of the Top End Phantasms, and this is not great. I don't like this setup here of discarding cards. But they were they killed it off, and then by turn 5 they tapped out for something, and I was like, okay, untap, okay, draw, Doom Whisperer, pay 2 life, Surveil 2. I even wanted the 2 cards on top. I just left them there, and then I was like, pay 2 life, Surveil 2, and then they saw the things growing and they saw what was up and they just skipped immediately. I am going to rile. I'm gonna do damage to this boy. Can I just kill them here? There's a good chance I can just kill them here. Did I mute my opponent? Did I mute them by accident? How do I? There we go. Unmute. Shot. This deck, out of nowhere. I don't know. I attacked about once there? Crazy. So good. So good. Anybody watching at the moment, anyone that's new and has popped along, welcome. We're live for about an hour and a half now. Got about another hour and a half to go. So I'm gonna play one more game with this machine gun burn, and then we are gonna kick on through with some Jeskai artifacts, which is a huge change of pace. It's gonna feel very weird to be playing it, but it's good. It's practically the exact opposite of this. It's just a load of life gain and a load of artifacts. It's good. It's very good. It was an MTG Goldfish list there recently, so you know it's janky. Okay, let's see what our opponent's got. Okay, what are we on? Yeah, I mean, I know I said earlier that I don't really like Flame of Keld in the opening hand. However, it is good insurance against flood. Because if you go turn 1 Lava Runner, turn 2 Electrostatic Field, turn 3 Crash Through, and then you still just have drawing lands and stuff, which can happen. It's not very often, but it can happen. Then Flame of Keld is the best card in the deck. So I think this is okay. I think it's alright. Hello, opponent. Alright, let's see what we got. Hello, opponent. Welcome to the Jank Tank. Have you heard about Lord and Saviour Saffron Olive? They probably have. Oh, I love bad jokes. What are you gonna do? You gonna lava coil this? I love trying to predict what they're gonna do. I mean, I guess that's kind of part of being good at Magic is actually predicting what they're gonna do, but well, they're gonna take their time, that's for sure. They seem to be enjoying a nice little break from Magic in the middle of a game. Lost connection with server. I guess we'll reconnect. Really hope this doesn't crop out on me now. I've got some jank that needs playing, don't you know? Yep, I am going to log in. Bear with me a moment there, chat. I'll just be one moment. Come on. Just throwing up to be right back as a quick little security dealie. Waiting for the server here. I think... Hopefully we're back. Oh! Well, we're right back into our game anyway. Let's go for it. Let's do it. So, we know they're on... Is it... stuff? Is it something? Okay, we're on Is it Drake, so they want to stick out some blockers. Well, that all just crashed back into reality there far too quickly for my I guess there's no point in attacking at the moment. Flamekeld is looking really good next turn now. Really, really good. Oh. Yeah, maybe Tara, that does not sound good at all. I think what my opponent is doing here is trying to protect themselves against this being like mono red, but I think they'd probably be better off if they had removal spells. I'd probably be trying to put them on these guys. Yeah, Jeremy Knoll, password manager says it's pretty bad. All right. Would not recommend. This seems like either my opponent is real slow or the server is going to crash again. Dark. Oh, okay, so we're on some sort of like is it dragons list. I'm expecting Niv Mizzet next turn. And that's gonna be terrible. That's gonna be really terrible.
Might demands power.
Are they to play dragons? Is there a 4-mana dragon in standard? Because these are drakes, so they don't count. Unless our opponent is like new to the deck, and they just think that that's how it is. They think that's how it is. What did it do? I think I want to get rid of Sarkhan for sure, because I know that if I attack here, I'm not likely to lose any dudes, but I'm still gonna get the residual burn effect on my opponent's face, and I can attack with 3 guys. I can almost definitely kill, unless they have an answer to something. I can definitely kill Sarkhan this turn, so that's okay. My opponent is thinking about something here. I think they're going to bounce the Fire Urchin to make sure that Sarkhan lives. Yeah. I'm also okay with that, so... Because they've spent time bouncing that instead of this. So I'm okay with that. Yeah, no attackers, friend. Let's just hope you have some way of dealing with this very soon, because this is going to get ugly. What have you got? Okay. They seem to be really afraid of that fire urchin. Granted, it's probably the only thing that could kill through a crackling drake and stuff, but oh, this is going to get funny. This is going to get very funny. I'm going to play this, and I think I'm going to wait a turn to shock. Are they considering an essence scatter here? These decks tend not to run them usually, but so if these guys become a threat, like if they turbo out a load of spells now this turn, next turn we'll be able to shock and kill one of them, so that's something. So I think it's important to wait. Also, I'm not going to send any attackers their way. I'm just going to see what happens here. Because all things going according to plan, this shock is 4 damage to their face, gutter snipe is 4 damage to their face, and each electrostatic field is 3 damage to their face. So
they are coming.
I'm not too worried about whatever they have, unless it's Niv Mizzet. Now that is an annoyance for sure. Yeah. Do they realize they're still spending their own mana though? I don't know. They realize the error of their ways there. They knew that the Flame of Keld was going off this coming turn. So they stopped attacking. Right, let's see what we get. Come on, something good. Something good. Oh. Well, opponent, get ready. Take it to the face. I wonder if they think that there might be a problem here. Are they going to try and counter that? If they want to counter that. Sure? Still get hit for lots though. GG? This deck! This deck is so good! Ah, what a deck. So fun. So good. Feels good to have such a crazy deck. I think this is the best any random janky deck that I've made has done. And it's also the shortest amount of time taken to build on. I feel like we're having a bit of technical difficulties here. I'm trying to get off the screen. Oh! Lost connection with server? Please don't lose connection with server. I need you to play. Nope. Nothing? No? Well. Okay. Oh, we got a card. Herald of Faith. You ruined one of the only games I lost so far. Okay, so unless anybody has a particular want to either 1v1 me or see more of this deck, or if you want me to run a quick deck check on it, I'm happy to open up the deck and run through it. I am going to switch over to Jeskai Artifacts, which is another great deck. So I'm going to open up this deck. If you want to see Machine Gun Burn a bit more, you want a deck on it, just throw it down in the chat and I'll happily open it up and run through for you. But at the moment, I'm going to run through a quick deck on Jeskai Artifacts before jamming out some games. So, here's the deck. It's running 2 Mox Amber to get out those extra value. The main reason for running so many... Sorry. Best thing to do, start with the payoffs. The reason why we're doing Jeskai artifacts in the first place. 1. Sai Master Top Tourist. This card's so dumb. This card is so dumb. It's so strong. People are even talking about using this in Legacy now. Because there are so many cheap or free artifacts that you can just throw out. You know? It's definitely something that all artifact-based decks should have. The Antiquities War. Go and look for the type of card that your deck is named after, and then turn the type of card that your deck is named after into killing machines. It's a great card. It's a really good card. Punches you in the face really hard after it draws you 2 cards. That sounds good. Karn Sign of Urza. Yeah, the card advantage in this is real. It's we all know how good Karn is, but the real winner here is the -2. He makes such big construct tokens. It's insane. Our main card advantage engine though is Tezzeret, because Tezzeret's 0 ability draw 2 cards in this deck nearly 100% of the time. It is so good. Then we have a bit of removal. We have 1 response resurgence. We have 3 deafening clarion. We have 2 negate to protect any of our particular pieces against whatever kind of hate or removal that they want to use against you. Traxos Scourge of Krug. So this is a weird card because it seems like it's real strong, but in most decks it's just incredibly terrible. 4 mana 7/7 with trample that comes in tapped and doesn't untap in your untapped step. Seems like it's not great. But whenever you cast a historic spell, artifacts happen to be historic spells, you untap Traxos. So you play Traxos and then you play nearly any other card in the deck and it just untaps. You're pretty much guaranteed to just untap it and go every single turn. In this deck, it basically has Vigilance, which is insane. Other stuff, Navigator's Compass, just that extra little bit of life gain, that extra little bit of artifacts, so you can get the ETBs off Sai, you can get it off the Antiquities War, it increases the things for Tezzeret, it increases the size of the constructs with Karn. Same thing with Fountain of Renewal, it's a great card as well. Also cycles itself. We have a Blackblade Reforged, because if you put this on a Traxos, it's just game. It's just game. It becomes so big and so dumb. Excuse me, yawning a little bit. It's been a long day. Treasure Map. Very good for filtering cards. Very good for drawing cards. Very good for flipping it and making 3 artifacts. And either, first of all, flipping a treasure map, even if you have no artifacts, turns on Tezzeret's changing his 0 ability from draw a card into draw 2 cards. Makes Karn's tokens automatically 4/4s. Makes Antiquities War a very dangerous prospect. It's one of the MVPs in this deck, really truly is. And that's basically it. There is a sideboard for it. I haven't actually put it into here yet, mostly because I have been doing some ladder games, but I'm gonna go and do a couple more ladder games now and see how we do. It is very fun. There's a couple of lands that I'm short. I think I'm short 1 or 2 Sacred Foundries, but so far I've just thrown in an Evolving Wilds or 2 and a few other things, maybe an extra planes here and there, but that's about it. The only white card in the deck is Deafening Clarion. I mean, Response Resurgence, sure. There's one little sweet trick with this, is if you have a Traxos out and you happen to cast Resurgence, that's really funny. It's really funny. Creatures you control gain first strike Vigilance till end of turn. After this main phase is additional combat phase, followed by an additional main phase. So you'll just get first strike and Vigilance, so it just doesn't tap. So you just pound in for 7, and then there's an additional combat phase, another 7. You know, you can basically just close the game straight away. That's why Response is in here. The front is handy to have as a, you know, a removal spell if you need it, but it works quite well. So it does tend to have a bit of a difficulty against the more aggressive decks, but I mean, everything but the most aggressive decks have the same problem. So it's probably I feel it's good enough deck. I was playing it last night. I ended up attacking my opponent and getting them down to minus 70 something health, I think. Because Karn artifacts just get out of control. The construct just gets so big. They were 32-32s, I think, in one game last night. I'm looking forward to see how they go in this one. Okay. Let's see now. So, 3 lands into Sai, into Traxos, with Deafening Clarion. This seems like a good hand. There's no early artifacts, but that's kind of okay, because sometimes you want to get Sai out before you get those artifacts, so... yeah, we'll see how this goes. Let's go with this. Hello, opponent. This is kind of bad, though. We'll have to lead with a Glacial Fortress, and then I think I'm going to Evolving Wilds to get a mountain to make sure that we can definitely Deafening Clarion. Definitely Clarion. Oh, that changes things slightly. Sulphur Falls. In that case, I think I'm going to play this. I'll pass turn. Blackblade Reforged has become one of your favorite cards in EDH. Yeah, it's really good. It's really, really good. There's supposed to be a Forebear's Blade in this as well, but I ran out of gold rare wildcards, so rip. I think we're better off just getting blue. The majority of the deck here is blue, so plus it helps our Sulphur Falls come in untapped. Playing Naya? A bit weird. A bit weird indeed. Yeah, we'll try outside. The 4 toughness on this is great. I'm expecting him to meet a lava coil like immediately, so it's just that good. Yeah, you can see my opponent is highlighted there. They're clearly reading it and going, ah, artifacts. Really should probably consider taking care of that soon. Now, yeah, Self and Void, Scry 1, Sulphur Falls. Sulphur Falls is actually fine, yeah, because then we can definitely Clifftop Retreat. We can't play untapped at the moment, so we can play this next turn, get out our Tez, and start making things difficult. I am gonna go to combat. Opponent seems to have done little to no magic playing yet, so we'll see how this goes. The Pinchy McSting up there. The little scorpion. Ah, they're playing Ramp. This is dangerous. Well, at least we have a Traxos. If they play it like something huge, like a Palaka Worm or something, like I think I'm okay with trading for that. I probably should have gone to combat and then played Taz. Looking at that now, because that would have untapped Traxos. Rip, I guess. I'll just attack for a metric button. I think this turn I'm gonna make a. Let me just look at the maths here. 7, 8, 9. Yeah. So I think what we're gonna do here is we're gonna make a Thopter, and the reason for that is if we draw a historic spell this turn, which is reasonably likely, and my opponent doesn't kill anything, we've got lethal on board. And if they do happen to kill something, there's still a reasonable chance that we'll have draw 2 on Tezzeret 0 as well, so it might work out okay for us. We shall have to see, though. It all depends on what our opponent wants to do. I wonder what kind of ramp they're running. Like, they might be running the ones with the Gilded Lotuses. Ah! Rippin' peps, bro. Oh, that feels rough. That's pretty rough. Okay, I think. You know what?
A master
I think I'm just gonna keep. I think I'm gonna just keep upping Tez, because if they don't take care of him, his emblem is gonna take care of them for sure. For sure. That is gonna be fun. What are they hoping to achieve with this ramp? What are the likely things that they could ramp to? Just a big Banefire, maybe? Palaka Worm? Hard casting Goltas? Azor's Gate. How much ramp does this guy need? Patate de terre. How much ramp do you need, Patate? Patate, why? Okay. Oh, sorry, opponent. I didn't let you run through the steps in your turn there. That was my bad. I think I'm just gonna keep doing this.
Silent, obedient to perfection.
That was a pretty rough. Yeah, that was a pretty rough sweep that the opponent did there. Not something I'm super happy about, but hey. They're not going to be able to flip that for another 4 turns. I think I'm safe from that for now. I think I'm on the Tezzeret Emblem plan unless they hit this, and if they got rid of a Banefire. Maybe they realize that that's not how they're going to win this game. Scorpion. Let's see. Yeah, you can do that. I think they're trying to find action now. They're trying to find a way to... Okay. That suggests that they think they have this under control. Which I
made you
hope they don't. Who's this clown? Who's that clown? Lan's leaving. Welcome to this stream. We're playing a bit of Jeskai artifacts at the moment, and provided that my opponent does nothing here, which so far they have not done a thing, Tez is going to emblem, and it's going to get really funny. So here's to hoping they don't have anything for that, because I'm really on that plan at the moment. Syvantir. Hey, if they're... Yeah, sure. Yeah, you can Syvantir my Thopters. I'm okay with trading for half a card. Yeah, that's rough. That's kind of rough. I'm gonna probably lose the Tez now. Sad boys. Well, not lose it, but, you know, close enough. It's taken 6. I have not drawn well. I mean,
regret this.
There's probably an argument to be made for zeroing Tez this whole time, but I think the right play here is to cast Black Blade Reforged. Let's see what we got. See what the opponent has to say about this. They're probably reading it being like, what is this card? I haven't played Dominaria Draft. Yeah, I'm gonna draw a card.
Let's see how you respond to genius.
Now, what we can do, okay, is if we don't have enough to equip this turn. However, we can... If we get them to focus on Tezzeret, and we play a Traxos tapped, and then next turn play the Navigator's Compass to untap it, I think that's how we do it. Yeah, let's do that. By not sweeping the board at this point, I'm trying to make them think that I don't have a sweeper and that they're safe to just wreck Tez. So I think... Yeah, I'm going to go no attackers, and I think I'm going to change the plan slightly. I think I'm going to play the Navigator's Compass to untap Traxos, and then at least be able to definitely protect Tez this turn, unless they have yet another sweeper. And if they have another sweeper, they're taking out their own guys, so it's probably fine. That's a thing too. Sure. Oh, what is that? A short assemble. Ah, assemble's pretty good. Why is that not seeing play? Maybe it's not that good. Maybe it just happens to be saving our opponent in a bit of a bias. To anybody that's joined the stream there recently, it's just been a little bump in viewership. Welcome to the Jank Tank. My name is Syvantir. Or Scott is my real name. That's a lot of dudes. Oh my god. So they seem to be really committed into the thought that I don't have a sweeper. This is fine. This is fine. Yeah, you can do that. I see the combo they were thinking of going for there with March of the Multitudes and Azor's Gateway. That's some fierce jank. Gotta give it to my opponent for that. I don't know what they're gonna do here. Alright. Hello, card control. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for coming along. Jamie as well. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you here. I feel like I'm gonna get a bit of a pounding going on here. I really sincerely hope they don't have another Cleansing Nova, because if they don't, and they don't have an answer to Traxos, I think I just super pound them into oblivion. What does Syvantir mean? Syvantir, it was the name of a D&D character that I created and never actually got to play. So I thought, because I put so much time and effort into the character and developing them, not being able to play them because the play group that I had been playing with, I figured it was only right to take the name and do something with it. It's a fierce beating here. I actually got slightly distracted there by things. Do we just wipe the board? Do we just wipe the board and then beat face, or do we just go straight in and beat face? I think we just wipe the board and beat face. And I'm going to choose both options, please. Get riggedy wrecked, opponent. Delicate flower. A delicate flower. Well, actually, the way that the name is, it was originally correction, sorry, Tara. Whack 'em for 7, lifelink. No! The settle! Ah! Why did I not see that coming? Yeah, I'll take some land. Sure, why not? Give me that. GG, got wrecked. Okay, cool. Sure. Oh, why did I not expect to settle? What cards have they got under there? Stack cards. They've got 3. Okay, they're not actually far off flipping that either. Yeah, wrecked. Riggedy wrecked. Super fell for that one. I guess there was nothing more to be done. You know, I had to attack in order to win, so that's 4. They're very close to flipping that and bane firing me for about a bajillion. So it's kind of time I got some sort of action. Alright, let's see. Nope. I think we might have lost this one. Rip. Go? Go? Well, that's annoying. Let's go. What a weird deck. I mean, if they're not going to Bane fire me for 1 billion, they're going to March the Multitudes for about 5 billion. And that's going to both look and feel great, I'm sure. Damage. Yep. Well, definitely drawing the wrong parts of my deck here. Let's go. Wipe that board. Have they cast all 4 of those now this time? No, that doesn't do anything. Oh well. In before a March of the Multitudes. Nope. Nice. Yeah. More land? You're looking for more land? Okay. Okay. Patate, what are you doing? Demir removal plus Thief of Sanity, Hostage Taker, Demonic Betrayal, and whatever else takes their stuff. No win cons of your own. Yeah! Yeah, I'll do it. That sounds great. I'm 100% up for that. Yeah, this is a very okay deck. I guess it's my turn. Am I gonna actually get to? Come on. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, let's pass it back. I'm just waiting for this to flip and get bane fired for like 40. How much is it gonna bane fire me for? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13. And I'm assuming I do no damage. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't. Oh, I can't target that. Oh, sweet. Sweet divine. No. Okay, what can I do here? What can I do? I can scoop. I've one turn to find something. I've one turn to find something. Sure. Go ahead, opponent. Up. Hey. Tara's right. We could rip a Traxos. And that might save us. Maybe. They're not flipping the gateway though, which is good. Yeah. It's all down to this next card. That hurts. Are you just gonna bane fire me? No? Okay. Oh! Oh! Hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on. I got this. Hopefully. Ooh. I think I'm also just going to equip this. Let's go. Can you kill this right now? Can you kill this 18-18 right now? What have you got? What have you got, opponent? No! Why aren't you instant speed? Oh. Oh my god. Jamie! Holy crap, Jamie! Thank you so much, man. I don't even care that I lost now. Wow. I'm super grateful. Like, donations are not required. They're absolutely appreciated, 100%. But yeah, Lan's leaving drinks on Jamie, but the sounds of it, yeah. Seriously though, thank you very, very much. That is incredible. Absolutely incredible. That's made the night for sure. I guess. I guess. And just to rub it in, I'm killing this one for you, Jamie. I'm only going to -3. It's oh, rip. Yeah. Good game, opponent. Oh, that was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Ripping the tracks those. That was so close. That was so close. I think the real star of the show here though was not Traxos, it was actually Jamie. Can't get over that. That is unreal. Thank you. Okay. So if anybody in the chat at the moment wants to... You want me to play support as Angels? I'm sure, yeah, I could definitely play it. I'm going to have to buy said boosters and do it, but... yeah, I was just going to say, Lance leaving there, if anybody wants to 1v1 me, I am absolutely taking on challenges. You can do either singleton, you can do tier 1, you can do tier jank, you can do whatever you want. If you want a 1v1, as long as you're followed in the chat, just hit 1v1 me IRL. When you go into the top here, into direct challenge, you'll see your username followed by a hash and the number. That's your player number. Press this little thing beside it here, and as you can see, it copies the clipboard, and then you just paste it into chat, and basically first in on the chat is first into 1v1, and we'll just queue like that if you want. At any point, if anyone wants to 1v1, just throw it down. Good to go. So what we will do in the meantime, I know there's a little bit of a delay, so some of you may have already popped up a request to play potentially. But what I'm going to do in the meantime, I'm going to play one more game with. I'm actually just going to do a quick game. Oh, you want to be 1v1? Yeah, I can do that. You have to play Demir Control. No reason. I wonder. Okay, so yeah, whoever wants to 1v1 first, just paste it down into chat and we'll fire away. In the meantime, for anybody that missed, we've been live for just over 2 hours now. Anybody that has popped along in the chat over the last little while, welcome to the Jank Tank, first of all. I'm Syvantir. The name of the game here is Jank. For the most part, sometimes we play a little bit of competitive stuff, or we just try out some new builds that might actually work and might actually be good. But for the most part, we're just trying to jank one out. If you want to 1v1 me, this is what we're doing. I'll fight Jamie. Yeah, no problem at all. If you want to 1v1 me, just paste down in the chat. I'll be here for at least another hour anyway. And then after that, I'm going to be setting up and posting the previous stream, which was on Sunday evening. It was a nice chill stream. A friend of mine, Merlin, was on, and we were doing some great 1v1 games along with a couple of other guys. And yeah, so this is what we're going to do. So Jamie, if you are ready to go, all you got to do, like I said, pop into direct challenge there, copy the clipboard, paste it down into the chat, and away we go. In the meantime, though, for anybody else that is watching, I'm going to play through a very quick game of Machine Gun Burn. So this is the deck that we started the stream on, and essentially it is just play gutter snipes, play electrostatic fields, play a bunch of super cheap spells, particularly the red cantrips. So that is Ryle, Crash Through, Warlord's Fury, then you've got Flame of Keld, you've got Runaway Steamkin, you've got nonsense. Absolute nonsense. This game will be over in no time at all, Jamie, so there's no problem here. We've got a land and 2 things to go into another land. I'm on the play. I think I'll probably just keep it for the lols. You'd be surprised what this deck can do sometimes. I think I'm going to Lava Runner to make sure I have a board presence. Because if I naturally draw a land next turn, that's fine. Otherwise, I'll just start going off on stuff. This is going to be hard because it's life gain. This is not going to be ideal. So I think what we're going to do is the better card to play against this. Likely do Runaway Steamkin first. And I'll attack in. If they want to jump 1 damage, I'm okay with that. So let's see what we got here. Nope, no blockers. Another one. I'll have to find ways of taking care of those soon. What can we do here? We could probably crash through, make the dudes bigger. Yeah, this looks good. Then I'm gonna play. I think I'll play an Electros. No, actually, I'll play a Fire Urchin, and then I'll go to combat. The key here then is once we untap next turn, we can play an Electrostatic Field, we can take the counters off Steamkin, we can rile, we can crash through, we can then play whatever else we've drawn and just machine gun them out. That's an annoying card, I don't like it. The one deck that this deck has trouble with, Mono Life Gain deck. I don't think they'll really want to be doing a lot of attacking, but okay, so we play Electrostatic Field. Here's where this gets nice. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna rile on Electrostatic Field. This will become a 2/2. This will trigger. Draw another card. We are then going to. What are we going to do here? Probably going to rile again. Promise not to watch the stream while playing. It's okay if you do, because there is a significant delay, so your timer will actually just run out. But significant, it's not huge, but it's definitely noticeable anyway. Yeah, I mean this guy's not attacking, so I'll just rile away on him. This thing is so dumb. And I think we just go to combat. Do you want to answer this, opponent? It's for you. Yeah, I think they're gonna have a big problem here. I'm okay with leaving the counters on that for this now. I mean, they'll gain 2 life this turn. They might be able to gain some more, but they're definitely gonna have a bit of trouble here. Maybe Tara, thanks very much for coming along. I hope you had a good time. I'll see you again soon. Okay, I think our opponent is deep in the tank here now. What you got? I don't think they were expecting the explosiveness of this deck, to be honest. No one ever really expects it. If this was a gutter snipe, they would be hella dead by now. But let's see what we got going on here. Hello, opponent? No? Hello. Okay. Nice. It's really hard to put that across without sounding like really condescending. Like you're like, I'm waiting. I'm waiting. But instead you want to just have like a bit of a friendly nudge, like, you okay? Nice! Yeah? I really don't think they want to attack. Or maybe they do. I think I'm okay with taking this, to be honest. What trick could they have? That feels okay because it's not lifelink. Well, GG, I guess. Yep, rip. Well, did okay against mono life gain deck, so that's something. Right. So next on our list, Jamie. Yeah, 100%. What kind of deck do you want to play, actually, Jamie? Do you want to play tier 1? Do you want to play janky stuff? Do you want to play singleton? Anything you like. You have a crap Boros Angels deck. So, as in, like, it is tier 1, but it's just not, like, tier 1 meta anymore? Or is it sort of nearly Boros Angels? Because I can, like, I've a million different decks here, so you're missing a million cards. Okay. We'll tell you what. I'll try out a deck that that I've been testing a little bit. It's by no means actually finished, but I will. Where's it gone? Bring back Siege Rhino. Yeah. What I'll do is I'll play a bit of an old tempo-y deck against you there. Let me just grab your username there. Your username's I tripped over my rooster. What a name. Okay, so if you haven't direct challenged before, all you gotta do is just paste it into the box there. Yeah, so just paste it into the box there. Hit play, and then away we go. Oh, you're waiting. Good stuff. Good stuff. Oh, keeping it PG. Okay. 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 Yeah. So you're using the word rooster instead of hen. Okay, I get it. Let's see how this goes. This hand seems fine. Hello, opponent. I tripped over my rooster. Let's get this going on. Oof. I think I just want to commit to the board a bit more. What do you got, opponent? Nice. Nice of Grace. Yep, let's get it in. Play a Night Veil Sprite as well. And pass it back. Seal away. Out of the way. Good call. Good call. Yeah. I don't quite feel like blocking that today. I think what I want to do. Just want to get attacks in here. I think I'm okay with that. And I will chart a course. Lanes. And away you go. For anybody wondering, this is an Azorius tempo deck, so it's all based on flyers. And as a result, Aurelia is really hard to deal with. Yeah, looks like I'm taking 4. Luckily though, there is this little thing called Conclave Tribunal. Now, I believe the best way to do this, because I would like to play this turn, is probably tap this, and probably this, because if I draw into yeah, probably this. Sorry, Aurelia. I'm now going to hit you in the face. Yeah, I'll leave that on top. In case anyone hasn't noticed, this is basically mono flyers deck. So this is This is a fierce improvement on things now. Sure. Oof. Oof. That is a huge problem. Thankfully though. I think that might close this out. If I don't get killed in the next turn. Okay, I'm gonna have to have an answer for this. In before Deafening Clarion. Oh god, that's much worse. Oh god, that's much worse. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Yeah, was not expecting the Dawnbringer. Okay. That's a lot of damage. And now that I know what I'm drawing next turn, that's not much help. I think I'm fudged. I think I just don't block here. And then I just this say go. Other Angels having lifelink is a big one. Very big one indeed. This becoming a 4/4 first strike is going to be very rough. Very, very rough. Oh, alright. You really don't want... Okay, yeah, you really want to get through. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like I'm done for, boys. Okie dokie. Turns out bigger birds are better. Yeah. Oops. Yeah. It feels like the all-in attack there would have just been crushing. Completely, yeah. The mentor that is putting on the Knight of Grace is just insane. That Knight of Grace 5/5, like. This is just okay. I lose my board here. I'm just super. Magic, please. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's no actual card that lets me win this game now. Why did that take so long? It's like, hold on. I'm gonna screw exactly you up. Is this the rub-ins? I feel this is a rub-ins. Yeah, GG opponent. I'll let you kill me. I'll let you kill me. I keep reaching for the concession, but it's normally honourable to let someone else kick your ass properly. So, yep. GG, Jamie C. Yeah, good game, very good game. Very fast. That's what one of the things I love about Arena. Is just game. It's just so quick, it's so punchy. Lands leaving, there was a little bit of a delay there in my broadcasting software that keeps me updated on stuff, and I just noticed the donation there as well, and thank you very, very much. It's greatly appreciated. If anyone does want to donate, it is absolutely not required, but it is definitely appreciated. So thank you very much, Lands Leaving, for that. If you're around now, Lands Leaving, and you want to play a game, I'm more than happy to play through a 1v1 if you have your teammate. Oh, there you go, right in the chat. All right, let's go. I wonder what you're playing. Oh, hold on. If you're playing your normal standard deck, which I think you might be, then I think I'll just play something stupid. Let's play something real stupid. It's me, Jamie. Best player in the war chest. The reaction is fantastic. I think I'll just yeah, I'll just play a random build that I put together. We'll see how this goes. Demir's not particularly high up in the meta at the moment, so I mean the deck that I built, it's a decent deck, but I don't know if it is quite what it could be. Lands leaving, all you have to do is just copy and paste my username there. I'll just paste it into the chat. Nope, that's not my username at all. One moment, please. Just bear with me a second there now, and I'll get this sorted for you. So yeah, if you lands leaving, if you pop this into your direct challenge box in here and hit play. Unfortunately, it's not quite like Hearthstone in the sense of when you direct challenge someone in Hearthstone, a notification pops up for them, like a push, and goes, oh, this person's trying to challenge you, which would be fantastic. That would be great to have here, because it means it would be a lot less setup, but yes, so we can get this game going when you get a mo. This stream has been a lot of fun so far. The main thing for it's not working now. Oh, make sure that you're putting in capital S, because if you're not, it is actually case sensitive, so that could very well be the problem. I actually figured that out the hard way. It was myself and Leanne. We were sitting here for about an hour trying to get it to work, and then realized that we were not putting in a capital letter when we were supposed to. And success! We in, boys. All right, let's see how this goes against the best player in the war chest. Muting for no cheats. Yeah, that's fine. This looks like a hand that, if I know what he's on, which I think he might be on mono blue tempo. If it is, these are just all going to be essence scattered into the bin. But it's too powerful a hand to not keep, so... Hello! Oops. Oops, opponent. That's right, Jamie C. No screen peeking. Yep. No screen peeking. Yes, good game. Good game. I'm gonna surveil. These are both actually kind of fine. I think I'm going to take both. Because next turn I'll just swamp Tifa Sanity. If that gets countered, I'll just swamp Tifa Sanity next turn. Or if they play anything, I'm just gonna steal their stuff. Nice. Nice! Wanna trade, thieves? Wanna trade? No, that's not how this works. For anyone that doesn't know, Lance leaving earlier on suggested that I build a Dimir deck full of things like Tifa Sanity and Hostage Taker to steal your opponent's win cons, so that you don't have to play win cons of your own. So I'm gonna start that by gaining control of his Tifa Sanity. See how he likes this? Nice! Yes, kill his own dude. Sad boys. Stream between 11 PM and 12 AM, so you can fall asleep to my beautiful voice. But Jamie C, I haven't even gotten close to the mic yet. I'm flattered, truly. I think it's probably a good idea to just keep slamming thieves. I think just keep slamming thieves. I mean, if they kill it, they kill it. Yep, they kill it. Little scorpion up here. I love this guy. I'm a little low on the old islands, so I think I'm going to Magic Arena. Please don't do this. I want you to tap 1, 2, and I want you to play Discovery. Help me find more blue mana. They are fine. Yeah, I'll take them. Now I'm gonna play this. I know I'm gonna take a bit of a pounding here, but I know I have from next turn on shored up a little bit because of these bad ones. 2 of those though is really annoying. Really annoying. Helps that they hit their land drops. I guess. Do I play this? Or do I think I wait and I flash in a Dream Eater. I can guarantee he's looking at this and going, oh, that's Dream Eater mana. Oh, it's Dream Eater mana. I need to make sure I get this. This can go in the bin. This, I'm not sure about that yet. This can go in the bin. 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that is okay. That's the one that he stole from me. Nice. Oh, that's fantastic. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that to be what he stole. Oh my god, could you get more card advantage here, buddy? Oh, this is good. This is quite good. Okay, I think what I need to do here is I need to take care of a few things on the board, but I've no real good way of doing that, so I think the best thing to do is probably jam one of these for the best. No attackers for now. Might have a bit of an awkward time with the Nightfell Predator. Until they until they steal that. Oh god. Am I dead? I think I'm dead. Yeah, I'm so dead. I need to definitely make sure that gets killed. Death by Chupacabra. Okay, maybe I'm not just entirely dead yet. If I play this and then I play... If I play this and then I play a Plague Crafter... At the very least, I'm not immediately dead. Unless he has something that is just going to kill me. Why is he saying good game? Ah! Nice. Good game. Good game, opponent. Yep, man's leaving. Beat me, alright. I'm going to have to kill my own dude. Good. Yep. Yeah, I see what he means by make a deck where you steal all your opponent's stuff. Oh, that's good. That is a very cool idea for a deck. Very cool idea. I'm definitely going to be building that. Easy game, easy life. Yeah, that was good. That was good. If anybody else wants to 1v1 me at the moment, I'm doing direct challenges, so feel free to jump in here and try and beat me like Lance Leaving just did. Alright, so what we're gonna do, how long are we on at the moment? We're coming up on the 3 hour mark, so I'll still be playing away for another little bit. Yeah, absolutely, Lance Leaving, definitely send the list. It might be garbage, but that's the thing, it's hot garbage. It's hot garbage, and that is the kind of stuff that we want here on the Jank Tank. Yeah, I will love to see a list of that. Absolutely. So, yeah, same. Thank you for the game. Now, I think after that pending, we deserve to open a couple of packs. Now, one thing I noticed is that during the closed beta in Arena, I was playing and I had built up and drafted quite a lot of Dominaria, and then when the wipe came along and it became the open beta, I ended up just sinking loads of my remaining gems and stuff back into packs for guilds, and then realized that in order to build these decks, I have to use some packs. Like I have to crack some packs and get some of these cards. And I realized that I have a shockingly low amount of Dominaria at the moment. So I think I'm just gonna buy a bag of packs. Just use up a few coins. A friend of mine, Dennis, he's a big fan of not spending coins at all. He's like, "What are you doing? You just go and play. Just go and play in the draft. Use the coins for draft." Draft, you can't really do jank though, you know. So that's the thing there. So we'll have a look and we'll see what we crack in these packs. First of all, we're up in Mythic Wildcard, which is great. This is going to feature heavily in a deck that I'm going to be building very shortly. We have Urza's Ruinous Blast, also going to feature in the same deck. So yeah, I mean, you can draft jank, but you know, it's not not on purpose. Is it no ink on? Ooh, Shalai is quite nice. Also going to feature in said deck. If you can't notice a pattern already, it's going to be mostly legendary based, and that is actually also going to be in that deck, which is great. Yeah, I mean, you can draft jank, you can, but look, don't tell Leanne, but I'm spending more gems. I'm gonna go and get some more packs. So, let's see what we got. Yeah, you can draft jank. The only problem with doing it, like, see, doing it in paper is great, or well, maybe doing it on stream as well would be great. But what happens is if you go and try and draft jank on Arena just by yourself, sure, you'll have a bit of a laugh, but it's terrible for getting any proper value out of it. Like if you wanna go down to F&M and do a draft and just put together 5-color total nonsense, fantastic, do it, be great. It's gonna be a laugh. People are gonna remember it. I mean, I went to GP Birmingham and I played a load of sealed double ups, and my sealed, it was while Dominaria was still a thing. Sorry, I'm gonna crack this so that you can see. We've got an Ariel, Knight of Windgrace, very good. Cube is for jank, yeah. But so when I went in and I was like, guys, there's not enough fixing for 5 colors, so I'm just gonna go in and do 4-color absolute legendary nonsense. And it was just every legendary that was past me, and every Skittering Surveyor, and every Growth from the Ashes. I was just like, give me that, give me that, give me that, give me that, and then just built a deck of pure insanity. It just made no sense, and everyone was like, "What? You can't play with this." Like, I put it all together and was like, I'm built. I've got 10 minutes before my first round. Have a look at it, guys. And they had a look through, and they were like, "This is literally the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. It is steaming hot trash. What are you doing?" And then it went like 3-0. And then I did the same in the next sealed event, and I went 3-0 again. It was just insane. So for Dominaria, that kind of draft is fantastic to do. But yeah, you're right, Lance leaving. Cube is 100% rank. I've actually got a pauper cube as well, that I put together a good while ago. That I actually crafted from start. I didn't even start with a list. I started with, what do I want as my themes in this color, in that color, in these wedges, in these shards, in these 2 color combinations. I went full deep on it. We should definitely do it someday. Sengir Pureblood, just not good enough. Oh well. Well, those packs were horrendous letdown. But yeah, so if anybody wants to 1v1 me at the moment, just pop down in the chat, let me know. In the meantime, I am going to just throw in another game. So if there's anyone in the chat at the moment that wants to see any of these decks in play, just give a quick shout. I'm going to run through a couple of them very quickly. We've got Machine Gun Burn. Boros Pauper Weenies is for when the standard Pauper comes around sometimes, so I won't actually play that in normal matches because it's just very low power. We've got Jeskai Artifacts. We've got Is It Wizards, which is not finished at the moment. We've got proper tier 1 Phoenix, Is a Phoenix. We have tier 2-ish Is a Control. The Dimir mid-range list that you just saw. Orzhov Humans is the deck that I was running mostly for the last stream, which is going to go up later on tonight. The Teamer Gates list, which for some reason every time people see this, they're like, oh, I want to see you play the Gates. That was the first deck that I actually played on here. It's a lot of fun, but it's real dumb, and it loses to basically everything. I really feel like I should work on that and come back to it. The Return of the Gates. Some Grixis control, some more Is a Phoenix builds, mono white control as well. There's some stuff there. What I'm going to do at the moment though is I'm going to run through another game with Jeskai Artifacts, because that was the other deck that we were going to play through this evening. We've got a nice little bit of 1v1 going on there now. I think what we're going to do is it is now coming up to towards 10 o'clock. It's currently in Ireland, for anybody watching outside of Ireland. It's a quarter to 10, so it's 9:45. Going to play through a couple of games here, and again, anyone wants to 1v1 me, you're more than welcome to throw down the chat, throw 1v1 on, and yeah, we'll play out the next, I'd say, half an hour or so, and then be good to go. This hand is a little bit clunky. It's not ideal, what with the 2 Mox Ambers and an Evolving Wilds. I think our best, it might actually be fine, because if we pull something like a Sai or anything like that, we are just going to turbo out our whole hand, which is pretty good in this deck. Plus, it wouldn't be jank if we, like, if we're playing with questionable cards and questionable decks, we can't exactly be keeping or shipping away questionable hands. That just wouldn't make sense. Yeah, I'm gonna pass turn. Hello, opponent. Also, for those of you that just missed him, this is the little scorpion there. Watsy actually have named him Pinchy McStingbutt. I feel that was a mistake. It should have been like Pinchy McPinchface. I feel would have worked a bit better. We can pretty much just live on blue alone for a while. There are only a couple of cards in this that are not blue. I think we're gonna put a stop on our upkeep to treasure map to make sure we filter through to hit our lands. That's more important than vomiting our hand up right now. So what have we got? As good as that is, I don't think it's actually that necessary in this matchup. I think I would rather get a land. That's a super not a land. I'll throw out one fountain though. It seems like it'll be fine. And worst case scenario, if we do end up getting screwed like this for another while, the treasure map will flip and then we can just start throwing stuff down, so. It seems our opponent is on some sort of weird soul tie list. I imagine it's a... Woo. Okay, yeah, Doom Whisper is the thing. This deck might have a problem with that. Yeah. Ah, we forgot to set a stop. This hurts sometimes. You know when you want to set a stop on your upkeep, you normally want, like, if anyone has played Modo before or MTG Online, when you're playing and you want to set a stop on something, the stop stays there until you take it off. On Arena, it is there for that one turn only, that one time. So unfortunately, we missed the opportunity to scry to check and see if we can get a land for this turn. Instead, we got a Karn, which granted isn't the worst in the world because we can flip treasure map next turn and then actually play him. So there's that. But at this point in time, we are aware that this is Arena and this is Sultai. So I'm assuming that they're on Muldrotha. And that's why they put the Doom Whisper into the bin. Yeah, I'll take damage. Yeah, gain a life. I think now's a good time to flip this. I want to make sure that we still get another land, though. Sorry, buddy. I don't think you are what I want right now. I think we need to just flip this and get some lands. I think I want to throw down a Karn and a Karnstruct. It's probably what I want to be doing right now. I know we're popping a couple of treasures in order to get this out, but you know, making a 4/4 to protect Karn is probably fine, unless they have a counter. Do they have a counter? How rude.
It is best if you stop.
It is best if you stopped. All right, Karn, get in the bin. Yeah, that wasn't great. Well, I guess I'd rather them counter that than counter the Antiquities War. I feel that's probably a better thing. Are they gonna blow the renewal? I hope they do.
Only a fool stands in my way.
No,
Don't
that's fine.
dwell on what's about to happen.
That is totally fine. Seems like a decent trade. Yeah, I'll take it. Now, while you're tapped out, I think now's a good time to start filling the board with some stuff. Steam vents. You want this tapped or untapped? I actually think I want this untapped so that I can then also draw a card. Draw a card. Okay, that's good. That's good. It means our land requirements are kind of met now, so we can start trying to find more stuff. This is not going to come down quick enough for the Antiquities War to go off, so I think I'm going to take the Fountain, take a Mox Amber, and then I love the animation on this. It's so slick. Because at least now we've got roughly 15 power on board. The Antiquities War is almost definitely going to find us another artifact. There's something like 25 artifacts in this deck, so the chances of missing on it is reasonably high. Sure. I'm okay with that. Yeah. I'm okay with that. Yeah, you can have that. Yeah, you get the caster for free. It doesn't do anything for them, so. Well, I suppose they've Vraska, so that it works for that. So that's okay. That's okay. They are trying to save their asses against against the Antiquities War. That's okay. That's okay. I think we're pretty okay. We're actually in a surprisingly good position right now, so think we're okay. What is that, opponent? Okay, trigger. Let's see what we get. What he got? What he got? Whew. Oh, what are we gonna take? Oh, I think the option here is just Traxos, right? Just Traxos. And then just play Traxos. I think they are not going to be super happy about that. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Mox Amber and I'm going to hold up Negate. I think that's probably best. And hope they don't have another hostage taker. That would be terrible. I know it means we get one less 5/5 next turn, but I would rather make sure that the Antiquities War happens than risking an extra 5 damage that won't kill the opponent. So we shall see what they do. Nope. There's no way I'm letting you have that, buddy. No way. So I'm coming in for 15
Sometimes
this turn.
sacrifice is necessary.
The one downside and the one pseudo nombo that this deck has is that when the Antiquities War goes off, makes Traxos a 5/5 until end of turn instead of a 7/7. So it's not ideal, but it's still fine. It's still fine. I think we play Sulphur Falls here and we go to combat, and I think we just take care of Rasta first of all, because I really don't want Raska to survive. Really don't want her surviving at all. And then play Fetner Renewal and untap Traxos. GG. I think I'm probably going to cycle this end of turn as well. Because once it's out, it's kind of not really worth much. I'm actually going to cycle this now and hope to draw something that deals with this before it does. Not really what I wanted to see, but sure. At least this is a board reset, so that's something. Yep, down to 14. Sure, Steam Vents tapped. Make this a Plains. Definitely Clarion. Yep. And fire away. So yeah, this deck's a lot of fun. It feels a bit weird. It's a bit more of a control-y kind of thing. It's good. Zal from Void is a real nice card to be playing. However, when you have one scrying into another, it's not ideal. Not ideal. So you can't actually do anything this turn. That's a nice draw. Please don't counter this. Oh.
Do you really think you can keep up with me?
What's the play here? Do we tick him up, get a Thopter, so we can draw 2 next turn? I think we just draw 1 here now. Just replace him. Are they going to contempt this? Astrophy it?
I know how this ends.
Okay. That's not a whole lot of help, but okay. I really want to try and have an artifact on top here. That's better than an artifact. Let's go with that. Combat. Attack with literally nothing. That's painful. I would have imagined that they would have preferred to bounce one of these, maybe? And then kill this? But then again, I suppose if they're surveilling now, they're just going to untap a disinformation campaign, get them out of my hand. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Dream Eater may well be the end of this deck if we don't get a Deafening Clarion soon. Yeah, disinformation campaign in standard is a little tilting. Yeah, it's a good card. As much as I didn't want to admit it initially, it's a good card. It works very well in the. It's one of the cornerstones of the Dimir control deck. However, I feel I kind of did that at the wrong time because I'm just gonna make a stop turn now.
My device is finished, as are you.
So unless they kill this and spend a card killing this, they're gonna. Okay, yeah, they'll just contempt us. That's fine. Yeah, disinformation campaign. It's a bit weird because normally I like playing blue-black control. However, disinformation campaign really leads to this strange kind of tap-out style control that I just am not great at. It's not my kind of thing. Is this the biggest thing that can come out of this deck that I can block this with? I'll just let this through. See what happens. Because I can make a nice big construct this turn. Make a 4/4 dude. Start beating in. I can start trying to get some card advantage. Actually, look, they were gonna kill it anyway. What difference does it make? Yeah, I'll take it. Take a pounding. Yep, my turn. Let's see. Card. I'm gonna try and get some cards here.
Choice.
Get some of that Karn advantage. Yeah, that's not much help. They're gonna give me a land, and I'm gonna be sad, boys. Don't mind me. I'm actually just updating the audio a little bit here. Yep, this works. 3 mana repeatable cantrip. Sounds half decent. Am I just gonna lose here? It makes sense for them just to beat face because I have to like find something like right now. I also have to not have a counter. What could I get here? Deafening Clarion, and then like a negate off Karn or something to be sure about not being dead. But well, another Karn might actually potentially be okay, depending on what this Karn gives us now.
Are you certain of your decision?
Okay, well there's a negate, which doesn't help. Not on its own anyway. Sure, okay. In that case, I'm going to play the other Karn. Yep. Play the other Karn. If you counter it, you've just given me a negate for it, so bear that in mind. I think you have to let this resolve.
I advise that you yield.
Yep. And then I get the kill spell to take care of Dream Eater.
Your patience is rewarded.
Yeah, I think I then just pass turn. If they have another Dream Eater, I'm gonna be sad. Oh, they were 1 mana short, so that's not too bad. anybody that's here at the moment, yeah, I'm gonna negate that. I feel that that's them telling me that they have a counter for the response, or they're trying to bluff that they do. But either way, I have to kill this thing, so I mean, it makes no odds. They either have a counter and they win, or they don't, and I don't die. Let's see how it goes. Do you have a counter? If yes, yep, you win. That's unfortunate. Yeah, this deck doesn't win very often, but when it does, it's absolutely in style. I'm gonna just GG's the opponent here. GG opponent. Yeah, so if anybody's in the chat at the moment and they would like to 1v1, I'm still around for another, I'd say another match or two maybe, and then I'll be heading off for the evening. Just one moment while I get my my ass handed to me here. Oh, how unfortunate. Turns out Karn is not good enough against the Dream Eater. Wasn't Dream Eater a Pokemon move that like the ghosts did? They did like Hypnosis and then did Dream Eater, because Dream Eater on its own did nothing, because you can't eat dreams that aren't there when the Pokemon are awake, because waking things can't be dreaming at that time because they're awake. I don't know. Okay, so yeah, anybody that's watching at the moment, if you would like to direct challenge me to a game, just throw down in the chat that you want to 1v1 me. If you are not followed already, just click on the follow button and I will happily play a game. But I will be closing up the stream shortly. So with that in mind, I'm going to play out 1 or 2 more games with Machine Gun Burn. The reason for this is if anybody wants to jump in chat and 1v1, it is much quicker to finish a game with this than it is on any other deck. So I'm going to play that through. If anyone has any requests of decks that they want me to play or anything, or any suggestions for deck building ideas, anything at all, pop it down in the chat or send it to me on any of my social medias. There's Twitter, there's Facebook, there's Instagram, any of them at all. But in the meantime, I'm just going to throw out a game or two here. This deck, for anyone that wasn't around earlier on when I was saying this, is the quickest deck I've ever put together. It took me a total of 5 minutes. I just looked at Electrostatic Field and Gutter Snipe, and I was like, yep, I want to build a deck based around that. Obviously, the problem that I had was that I needed to make sure that when you're doing stuff like running it on the likes of those kind of cards, based, you know, it's damage based on other spells that you're casting, you need to make sure that you don't run out of gas, because if you run out of gas, you can't do anything. So that's where these kind of cards came in. The Riles, the Crash Throughs, the Warlord's Fury. They all give trample, they all give first strike, but they also, most importantly, draw a card, and that just allows for spell triggers. And then we just have Fire Urchins and Runaway Steamkins. This hand looks fine. It looks like we're on a beatdown plan this game, which is not the worst. So, deck suggestion: Standard Elves. Yeah, I can do that. I can throw together an elf deck for you. I feel out of the 2 options here, Runaway Steamkin is probably best in this kind of hand. It's like, okay, so it seems like they're on usually with the double green here. They might just be having mana troubles, but this is usually sees play in Golgari as opposed to Stumpy. Yeah, this could just be closer to a welcome deck or something that they might have here now. So I think I probably should have cast that, but it's not a big deal. If they block, they block. Sure, I missed out on killing off their dork, which kind of sucks, but I gotta say my spiel though, you know? Well, even if I killed it, wouldn't have mattered. They definitely have enough dorks now. Okay, let's see what we can do here. What is the highest number of things that we can do here? I think if we play a fire urchin into a... If we play a fire urchin, if we play a royal here, we'll draw a card. We can use this to cast a gutter snipe, which we can then use this to cast more stuff. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. So if we cast a royal here, I will hit fire urchin. Trigger, trigger, trigger. All them counters. I think what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna go and beat down at this point. If they want to throw all three under the one bus and kill this teamkin, that feels like a fair trade to me. But now what I think we do is we remove the counters on this. Gutter snipe out. Trigger, trigger, trigger. Trigger, trigger, trigger. And I think we pass. I think it's probably fine now. This is looking good. This is looking like we're assembling a board. In before they play like a Carnage Tyrant. Okay. This does feel like it's a little more of a just mono green dot rando. We'll play another one of these. We'll get some more counters on the steamy boys. Play a mountain. Play a cross through. A bag of triggers. And opponent scoops. Yep. That seems like it's yeah, it seems good. Deck's very fast. Very fast, very fun. And let's see what we got here now. We got a reward. A mythic mythic reward. What is it? Trapjaw Tyrant. Well, looks like I'm going to be making Naya Enrage. That seems like it could be a good deck. I'm lying, of course. I'm lying. It's going to be a terrible deck. However, Land's Leaving, you mentioned Standard Elves. You know that there is technically Standard Elves at the moment. It's called Elf Ball. And it gets out of control. It is good. It's pretty good. Like, it will die to flyers because elves are all about being on the ground, but it is a deck. It does exist, and people have won with it. I've played against it here, and it is explosive. Yeah, it's very explosive. If you don't kill the Marwyn, they're just going to town. They're just elf. It's crazy. We'll do one or two more games here now. Build Naya Enrage. Yeah, it's going to involve playing stuff like Ryle. I'm gonna have to look into Naya Enrage, yeah. I remember you were saying before, Jamie, that you were a big fan of Trapjaw Tyrant, particularly in what was it you were building at the time? Were you building Naya Dinosaurs? Naya Dinos, maybe? It was something along those lines. Okay. Yeah, I think Naya Enrage is I mean, technically it's just going to be Naya Dinos, because Dinos the only thing with Enrage. But focusing solely on the Enrage mechanic could be very interesting, because that can allow you to, like, mainboard stuff that are, like, 3 toughness, and then just run in stuff like, what's it called? Fiery Cannonade. So you'll just damage all your own dudes. This sounds like I need to build this deck. I'm going to keep this purely because I have a load of 1-mana spells and one of them's a cantrip, so it's probably fine. Then again, I've never been known for good choices when it comes to opening hands. Gruul Polyramp. Oh, I remember that. Yep. I remember that. I remember that specifically because I was super okay with playing against it, because it was around the time when I was playing blue-black control, and I was just sitting there. You were like ramping up, putting all your cards into going like Polyraptor, and I'm like, okay, Vraska's Contempt. So I think we're gonna crash through here to try and find a land. Well, now I feel sad. Take my 1 damage. Oh, mercy. against survey. Oh, Deck, you're kidding me. Alright. Alright. I mean, maybe they'll just let it through. Maybe. Sure. Go ahead. Oh, my. Yep, that's gonna become a problem immediately. Now if I get a land, I've got to lightning strike this. And I really hope I get a land, or this game is gonna come right out from under my Creeping Chill in Standard, everybody. Played it the other day, and now they're playing it. Fun. I really hope they don't have some sort of if they have some sort of instant speed thing, like if they've unexplained disappearance or something, this thing's going to grow to be bigger than it should be. Please don't go looking at your hand. Oh, you're looking at your hand. No. Oh. Woo. Are they going to just kill something though? Yeah. Okay. This is going to be a hard race to keep up with, considering they're at 2 above their life total. Let's see. You're killing me, man. You're literally killing me, man. Okay. Oh, the amount of times this deck surveils is bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. I might actually no. That's kind of bad. Oh well. I guess I'll put this out. It doesn't really do much here in this matchup at all, actually. It doesn't really block anything. Because most things are either flying or when they are attacking, they're too big. Really? I mean, I've no better option right now. Just keep putting these out and hope that eventually they'll... If they want to do counters on that, that's okay. I think they're assuming that, like, they're doing one of two things. They're either assuming that I only need 2 lands to operate, and that's why I'm still just drawing and playing and drawing and playing and drawing and playing, or they just want to try and lock it up, prevent me from having or casting anything. But I feel like they picked the wrong time to tap out. I think the option here is Fire Urchin into Lava Runner. It is... You know things are going either brilliantly or terribly when your opponent takes most of their whole turn to hard cast Creeping Chill. Oh my. Okay. Taking a beat to the face. I think we need to try and kill this thing. If they want to waste a counter on just killing this, then, or on protecting this, then I think I'm okay with it. But I feel that one of the cards in their hand is actually a Doom Whisperer. And I think that they're just trying to commit as little to the board as possible. So, in before they untap, and never mind. Yeah, I'm just gonna get blown out really hard here. Really hard. I should have realized that they did not do anything there. That was Dream Eater mana. People were poo-pooing this card for having 3 toughness, and while yes, 3 toughness is not great, the one thing about it is that even if you kill it on sight, you still surveil 4. 4! Surveil 4 is insane. And you bounce an on-land permanent to its owner's hand. So, okay, the only thing that I can really do here is to Warlord's Fury and hope for a Lightning Strike and that they don't have a counter. Oh, yep, you got it. You surely do got it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Pretty rough. Yeah, looks like, sure. I'll let you kill me. Off you go, opponent. Ah, come on, just kill me. This is what I get for doing the rub-ins earlier, shocking my own guys to kill them for lethal. Kill them for lethal. I killed you for lethal. Yeah. That's how that goes. So what have we got here now? Okay. You know what? I think I'm going to stay on until half. For those of you that are here at the moment, if anyone wants to 1v1 me, just throw it down in the chat. As long as you're following me on here on Twitch, just throw it down in the chat. Just say, hey, listen, I want to play you. We can do a direct challenge before I sign off. I'm signing off at 1:30. So, also at the moment, the next 2 weeks for me are very, very busy. Now, I will still be able to stream very regularly, every other day, usually. However, because there are a bunch of concerts that I paid for a long time ago that I've planned to go to. It's my girlfriend Leanne's birthday on Thursday, so on the weekend we will be going to, on Thursday alone. we're watching all 3 extended Lord of the Rings movies, so that is going to be a whole day. And then we're going to be going down. She comes from Offaly, for anybody who doesn't know, down in Offaly. So we're going to be going down to her parents' gaff for a bit of a get together, a few drinks, guitar, some snacks and songs, and a bit of fun. But that unfortunately means that I won't be here for the majority of the weekend. Lan's leaving. You want another game? Yeah, let's do it. But what that means is, yeah, I won't be around for the weekend, and unfortunately I do have the bones of a schedule built at the moment. The only thing with it is that I don't want to put it up just yet to give anybody the impression that that is how it's going to be for the next 2 weeks. So the next 2 weeks, like I said, very, very busy, and it like the schedule that I have designed will not fit in that week or two. So I will be on regularly. If you are following me, you will be able to catch all of the streams. You will get notified when I go live. You will, if you're on any of the social medias and stuff as well, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, you'll be able to see when I post up to go live there. And in case you miss any of the streams, it will be uploaded onto YouTube a day or so after. So, okay, fighting you, yeah? Okay, what are we gonna do? What am I gonna do against you? I think I'm gonna do some dumb stuff. Alright, let's go. 1v1 me, IRL. No screen sniping now. Please, no stream snipe. Something that might be of interest to anybody that's here at the moment is I am currently actually working on a little intro tune. The intro tune that might be maybe running on repeat on the startups, on the startup screen and that kind of stuff. This hand seems kind of okay. I might just keep it. Hello, opponent. Yeah, so I might have a little intro tune. It's going to be very chiptune kind of stuff, which is stuff that I really enjoy. It's something that I enjoy, and I don't think I listen to enough of. So I feel that this is an excuse to just listen to more of it. Playing Is It now? What is it this guy at? So yeah, if anybody out there enjoys that kind of stuff, I'm not here. Well, that's a sad thing to see. I guess that's going in the bin. Yeah, sure. I feel like this deck is going to fall over against Is It Phoenix. But yeah, so we're gonna have a I'm gonna have a thing planned. Gonna have a chiptune intro thing anyway, but medley of tunes with black in the title. I mean, oh, because I'm black mage and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know if that's exactly what I want to do. I don't know if I want to be known as being like, oh, he plays black all the time. That sounds like it's kind of like, it sounds like I'm not open to more deck ideas and that kind of stuff. So what is he shocking me? I guess I'm taking damage here. I'm really hoping for some lands here. This is sad, boys. What is going on? Oops. I'm missing my lands. Naya in rage. Oh boy. People have spoken. Yeah, I mean, I can see I'll see what I can do. I feel like Naya in rage is going to be a deck that is going to take a while to get right. How many? Have you got any phoenixes in your bin here, buddy? He's just spinning his wheels. Ah, you finally got a phoenix. Okay, okay. Now we're cooking with sauce. Sure. You got it, friend. You just sure. Oh my god, how many spells does this guy have to cast? I mean, can you tell what I'm gonna do? I'm still taking 7 to the face. And I'm probably dead next turn. Because my lands are just screwing me over. Well, ripping peps, I guess. Mirage Conjecture. Okay. Is this new tech? Actually, I think I saw this in a build already. Excuse me. Fierce hiccupy tonight. Yeah. Oh, there's the other phoenix. I think I'm just dead. How about no? Oh. R.I.P. and Peps. Ow. That was pretty rough. That was pretty rough. Turns out, folks, that having all the answers doesn't matter a toss if you don't have lands. yeah, I got super screwed on mana there. I'm more than happy to rematch that if you wanna give it another go. Because see what this deck actually does once it actually has lands. Let's do it. All right, straight back in. I'm gonna build Naya Dinos, Jamie. Don't you worry. Now. It's gonna take some time to get that one together for sure. Absolutely for sure. What I'm gonna have to probably do is that the reason that this one's probably gonna take time is it's gonna take building around the enrage. Same to you, Lands Leaving. Yeah, it's going to be difficult to build around the enrage mechanic properly. I want to make sure that, see, when I bring Jank, Jamie, okay, when I bring Jank, I want to make sure that it's good Jank. You know, like when you go into O'Brien's and you go and get like the €6 bottle of wine or something like that, or you just go and get the cheap wine. That's not what this Jank is about. This Jank is finely aged. It's got a certain musk to it. Certain musk to my Jank. This hand seems fine. In before I get screwed on 3 lands again. Hello, opponent. I mean, I have the stuff here for my game plan, but I don't have what I need for actually dealing with his game plan. So I'm concerned. I mean, this deck, it feels like I'm just helping the game plan by milling, but I mean it is the only way to win in this deck, apart from Teferi locking. But I mean, who does that anymore? Please. Is it Jamie? I didn't know that. I thought that was just like coincidental or something. Oh, sweet baby Jesus! What happened while I wasn't looking? How many voice shock radical idea? Okay, sure. I guess so. Did I? Yeah. This is not going according to plan. I feel I want to opt, and I don't want that. Seal away is great to have here. Seal away is great to have here. I'm glad I did the. I'm glad I did the up there now. You're wrong. You made that. I didn't think that was a thing. I really didn't. I'm gonna seal away. In before. No, I don't think this. Is the Phoenix 10's not the main board any counters at all? It does sometimes do one dive down. Though that's more normally saved for yeah. That's more normally saved for seal aways are more normally saved for the crackling drakes. I think I just got a bounce with Teferi.
If you show remorse, I'll show restraint.
I really need to put him off the game plan. I know the Electromancer's probably just gonna kill Teferi here, but Teferi was gonna be dead anyway, or I was gonna be dead. So yeah, you got it, little buddy. You took out the most powerful planeswalker in all of Standard. Yeah, this is a thing. What do you return to your hand, I wonder? Opt, eh? Opt, he says. Do I want to hold up Sinister Sabotage and Essence Scatter? I feel for now that is probably a good call. No, I'm just gonna hold up Essence Scatter, or Sinister Sabotage. I think that's probably fine. Don't let anyone tell you that blue-white mill is good, because it's not. Sure, yeah, get a Tremendous Voice, that's fine. Huh. How many Phoenix you got? 1, 2. Oh, but I know that they have. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll let it go. I'll let it go. Well, that's the 3 spells they need anyway. They were gonna have 3 spells regardless. There was not much point in countering any of these. Unfortunately, not much that can be done on this. But let's see what they're gonna do. What way they're gonna take this? Ah, yeah, they're gonna try and kill me straight away. It feels bad to shock that or to protect against that, but I think it's the only way I survive this turn. If I somehow survive this turn. I need that to be a cleansing nova. I need that to be a cleansing nova so bad. I think I have to take it and just hope for the best. So I take 8 here, go to 3. Mirari Conjecture is gonna hit. Ugh. The Mirari Conjecture is gonna hit 3 lore counters next turn. If Landsleaving is running a... I'm gonna try and bluff it out. If they're running a lightning strike or they have a shock in hand, I'm just dead. But yeah, sure. You get to do double spells. Oh my god, this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt a lot. Yep. Down to 24 cards. Can we mill them out for real? If you want to keep drawing cards and shortening the size of that deck, I am okay with that. I really don't know what I'm going to do here if they end up drawing something that will just straight up kill me like a shock. I think they're looking for the final shock in their deck. I think the deck runs 4. Last I checked, it ran 4. So oh my god, really? Sure. Yeah. Go right ahead. Oh. Oh, okay. This. Okay. This runs Entrancing Melody. So this is the list from the Pro Tour, I believe. They're down to 15 cards in hand. If they don't have direct damage, I think I might survive. This is so clutch. This is so clutch. Come on. Come on. Come on. Please don't have any burn. No burn. Please no burn. Please no burn. Oh my god, it's so close. It's so close. This is draw 4. They're gonna be down to 9 and then they're gonna mill 4. Yeah. I really don't think they're expecting to settle. I really don't think he's expecting Settle the Wreckage. This is a hell of a turn. But if they don't have any burn, this is just gonna be... It's highly likely that this is just game. I'm saying good game. I'm bluffing this like real hard. He's absolutely expecting to settle. He's expecting to settle the wreckage. Yep. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. Rip in peps, bro. Rip in peps. He's just gonna burn me, isn't he? He's got it in hand. I have to draw exactly a card draw spell. And it has to... We did it! We did it! We did it! We did Oh, that's so funny. Yes. Oh, so good. Good game, friend. Oh, Land's Leaving, that was great. That was really, really great. I was 10 out of 10. Oh, that was fantastic. Yeah, that was easily you 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 went so hard for the rub-ins. You went so hard. So hard. And if you had not done all that on the turn of the Mirari conjecture went off, I would have had no hope. And I was sitting here, I was telling chat that I was like, I don't think he's expecting, like, I didn't think you were doing the rub-ins. I thought you were actually just full on legitimately just trying to get as much through and actually just get in and win. I genuinely thought that you were not expecting Settle the Wreckage, and then when you attacked with one, I was like, should I just concede? But yeah, that was good. That was a very good game. I love that deck. Is a Phoenix is so good. So good. As soon as I saw Crackling Drake spoiled, I was like, I want to build a deck using 8 Drakes, and I'll call it 8 Drake. And oh, so good. So good. 100%, 110% worth it. Yeah, feel free to clip that bit. That was 10 out of 10. Absolutely. I think with that game is where I think I'm going to leave it for this evening. That was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. That was easily game of the night. To everybody that has come along tonight, thank you so much. This was a fantastic stream, in particular to anybody that had followed or donated. Hellcat MTG for the follow, Jamie C and Lance Leaving for the donations. Hugely welcome. Huge help. And essentially, that, like, they're not absolutely not required at all. They're definitely enjoyed and appreciated immensely, and they contribute to the production quality of this channel only going up. And yeah, so I'm extremely grateful. Thank you as well for the games. They were fantastic. I'm going to be back. What day is tomorrow? Tomorrow is Wednesday. I'm going to be back on Thursday with another stream. There's going to be an afternoon stream this time, because at the moment I'm trying to test and see where the best spot is for the viewers and see where it fits most people best. So with that in mind, keep an eye out on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and if you're not followed already, click on follow. On Twitch, you will know when I go live. I'll be posting up some things to let you know when I'll be up online next. Like I said, over the next week or so, I will be posting a schedule, so we will be able to get this locked in, and we will have this every time at the same time every week. My plan is to be streaming roughly 20 hours a week, and it will be probably over the course of 5 days out of 7. So to anybody that wants to come back, like I said, jump onto any of the social media, have me followed on here. Thank you everybody that had come along tonight. I had a fantastic stream. I had a great evening. Really enjoyed playing games with you, and really enjoyed you watching me punt really hard several times. So with that, I think I'm going to close off now. Again, I'll be back on Thursday for an afternoon stream. The reason for that, mostly to be honest, is because I want to go down and play Standard around the corner at my LGS. So thank you very much for coming along. You have been fantastic. Great chat. Thanks for coming to the Jank Tank, and I will see you next time.